Check. Mic check. 1, 2. What is good, peoples? Give me a second here, I gotta tweet it out, but you already know the vibes. I have my stuff on here. But yeah. Alright. You know, I've been gone for a long time. But if you ain't here, man, appreciate you for swimming in. Thank you for the like. What's going on, OSR The Journey? What's going on, Dixie Cider? Av, where you been? I know, right? I've been around. Low key, high key, I guess, but definitely low key. Canum, Alan, what's good? Li on the beat, what's good? Hey, on the break. Hey man, if you out there working and grinding, man, big salute to you. DMG, man, what's up? I see you still got your badge. I appreciate that. Man. Yo, let me test out these effects here. I'm a little rusty. MPC Skate, what's good? Yo. Uh-oh. Am I pressing the right button? Yo. Nope. This is damn. This is how you know I ain't been doing this shit. What up? 7 Deuce Fever, what's good? Femi, what's good? Hey. There we go. Hey, appreciate you, Tatro, man. Big shout out to you. Hey. What is good? How was NAMM? If you went to NAMM, how was NAMM? You know, as you know, I was not there. I thought about it. You know, things that came up. I been on a hiatus for quite a while now. DJ Rec, what's going on? Isomatic, good to see you. Nuck the 3, what's good? Yeah, you know, I got a little bit of an agenda today. We just doing the shout outs and stuff like that. Let me just open up and say thank you everybody for joining in. I appreciate y'all for y'all support and all the love, because y'all could be anywhere, but you're here. And it still has this I still get this silly thing about bitrate. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, not OBS or anything like that, but everything else has been a little wild. Google Seattle was good. Masada, what's going on? Salute. Yeah, I took me a little break, man. You know, I had to take me a little break. We're gonna get into that, man. But what's more important, though, I do want you to point some attention to some brothers I know out here in Atlanta. Marquise was good. And I think they deserve a little bit of highlight. I think y'all should follow them. And that is my bros over here at Controllerize. Controllerize in Atlanta is a dope spot. I believe Stolen Drums. He might not be the only person that, you know, runs it or whatnot, but he's one of the people. And, you know, I got to know some of the guys last year, you know, during some downtime, and got to see them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that you guys follow them or subscribe to them. NAMM 2025, that's your goal. That's what's up. So I'm going to go ahead and put Controllerize in the chat so that you guys can go check them out. They have some pretty amazing sets, man. They're really talented people. The set that I have pulled up over here, I happened to stumble upon it because of the algorithm, and I'm so glad that the algorithm is putting something out there. Big shout out to Perk Dog. Well, yeah, he's still Perk Dog. Fuck that. Hey, appreciate that. Appreciate the dono, man. Hey, so what's up, my ATLN weirdo musical brother? Yeah, I'm out here. I'm weird. I'm still weird. Nothing changed. Big shout out to my brother, Will the Weirdo. Oh, so now you can like a dono. That's really dope. Damn, that just shows you how long I have not been on the internet. But anyways, so Controllerize Vibe sessions. This session right here was really good. It's a house set, and you know, Stolen Drums comes in first. Stolen Ones. I hate that, right? We doing it live though. Fuck it.
No. We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Yeah, we still raw up in here, but yeah, really good. I worked out to it earlier today. You know, my workout wasn't all that great, but you know, I tried. I at least tried. I lost a little bit of weight, so I'm not eating enough. And sometimes when you eat enough and you can burn the calories, then you're able to kind of retain a lot of strength. And seeing that my weight is down, I went from 223 to 230, which I think that was at my best. I was making a lot of gains at 230. And then I went down to like 225 because I haven't been eating like 2,500 to about 3,200 calories. So it's been kind of a struggle. But anyways, so no, I just want to give a special shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Because they are really dope. And I think that channel is worth your time. It's very important that you get some motivation. You know what I mean? Big Tatro came through. I do recommend checking him out on his channel. You know, and Tatro, by the way, if you're still in here, I will catch up with you. We're gonna get into that. Why I'm not. All right.
Sup, my Atlian weirdo musical brother.
Oh yeah, we here. I'm still weird. I'm still a nerd. Still love making music. Still love kicking it with you guys. I appreciate everybody pulling up. I know it's about 8 something, and usually I kind of established that I go live on Thursdays at least. I did not. Oh, that reminds me. And I do apologize for not doing a music review this past month, January. It just, you know, I've been so off schedule. Now, I'll talk more about that in a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been like that. You feel me? Big shout out to Linda's son. Salute. What that weather looking like out where you're from? Just let me know in the chat where y'all from. You know, what the weather looking like. You know, if you okay. I love to hear these type of things. It's about 49 degrees out here. It was about 60 degrees when I went to go lift weights. You know, today was chest. It was chest, abs, and triceps. You know what I'm saying? So it was a little hard press. Wild Wings, what's good? Lancaster, California in the building. That is Tortog. That's what Tortog. You got a dog picture in this. I miss my dog to this very day. And I'm still kind of salty about that, but you know, whatever. Long story. Long story. I don't even want to get into it. But I miss that dog. You already know. If y'all been around for quite a while, you know the dog that used to be on my shoulders. Javier was a trooper. He was a big inspiration on this channel. He's been around since day one, you feel me? Floyd Sound, what's going on? What's good? 45 degrees. It snowed 2 weeks ago, so this is like springtime. Goddamn. But don't worry, just like Atlanta, Philadelphia, New York, all the East Coast gonna catch the vapors. Shit. Dr. Indy, what's going on? What Perk Dog said? Still DRG, still Perk Dog. Hey. Oh, what's good? But it's always good to see you. I'm seeing A Magnificent. I'm in quietly checking out people. You know, I'm not even leaving comments because of things that have transpired. It got to a tilting point here, but we're not on that. But anyways, we will get to that. So if y'all want to support the stream, of course, y'all are supporting the stream first and foremost by hitting that like button. That does help spread around the algorithm and all that. And, you know, all the other great stuff. You know, it lets people know, get notifications and all that. You know, and I greatly appreciate that. If you want to further support me and others, of course, we have 16 levels. 16 levels is still around. We still here. I need to put in a little bit more work myself because people have been trying to get in there and they want to know what's going on and all that. And I respect that. The last thing that we did was Crash and 1988. Crash is a homage to the homie TM88. You know what I'm saying? But nothing that he's done in the past or anything like that. Just some new shit that might be on. You know, I talked to him the other day, and I'm not going to go into detail about that, of course. But a big shout out to him. I appreciate him for reaching out and seeing, you know, wellness check-in, because I kid you not. The last thing that I dropped that I made was the Flex Beat preset bank for standalone MPC. I believe it does work in Flex Beat too. But, you know, I just made sure that, you know, we had that. And you know, there's always the master classes and stuff like that. Right now, we are running a special. If you get $10 off your orders for $60 and above. So if you want a discount, $60 is the minimum to get a $10 off. What's going on, TJ Alexander? Mac Joseph, what's good? He said that NAMM was crazy. You had a booth? You had a booth in that mug? That's cool. Gooseman23, my MPC Plus just got here yesterday. Say word. But yeah, we got it. It's Lick 'em Low 88 in this mug. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, I got master classes and stuff like that. I got private lessons. You know, the private lessons aren't cheap, mind you. But you do get a good old one-on-one hour, and you know, we try to kind of resolve what you got going in terms of your MPC and whatever else I couldn't help you with. But I do recommend the master classes and stuff like that. I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in it. And who knows? Am I going to go to NAMM next year? Probably, maybe, I don't know. Who knows? I just wasn't feeling the vibes of going to NAMM this year. Like, they was trying to get me out there. You know, they kept on writing me, and you know, they had like a special content creator type thing, and you know, I wanted to, and I should have maybe reached out and talked to a couple of people about that and just not said anything. But you know, Bash Ali, what's going on? I ain't seen you in a while. Percolum, that's what's up, bro. I'm working on a beat tape. Just got a distro deal with a Sony label. That's what's up. That's good. I like that for you. One thing about me is I love to celebrate when people do great things. I'm not the type of person that, you know how there's people that will fake be happy for you and whatnot, and then, you know, they really don't. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when I look at Beats by Jay Black and I see all the amazing things that he's just doing out here in Atlanta, and it's like, damn, I'm living vicariously through him. And I just think it's amazing because he's an extremely talented young brother, and it's good to see someone like him come up from nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because what a lot of people don't know about Beats by Jay Black is, bruh, like, he was living a harsh life, man. Like, and he stepped his game all the way up. You know what I'm saying? And he's still relentless with the content. And every single time I check into Instagram, even though I don't post as much on social media anymore, it's amazing. It's just amazing to see what the hell is going on. Tony Boy Beats, what's going on? My bike, what's going on? Yeah. Yo, Ab, do you know that you can tether your phone to your MPC via USB and connect to the internet that way? No, I did not. I did not know that. You put me on to some new game. That's another thing too. Like, one thing about me, when somebody puts me on to some shit, I am all for it. I am all for that shit. All right, so we got the bills out the way. Let's go ahead and get into the proceedings of the evening. MPC Stems separation has been delayed. I think that deserves another one. All right. So one of the things that's been inevitable about the MPC Stems is that it's going to come out. I don't think that's a great way to start it off, especially if I'm going to use this for short-term content as well. Well, not too long ago, I made a video of my excitement for the MPC stem separations. As a matter of fact, one of the biggest things that I've always wanted for the MPC is for it to be able to be on the same level as Serato Stems or Serato Sample Studio. You know what I'm talking about. So with that, I was just hoping, like, damn, I hope Kai, someone, anyone, please listen. Like, what would be greater than being able to separate your stems inside of the MPC, or within, at least within the MPC software? Like, I threw it all the way out there. You know what I'm saying? I let it, and I think I had the video, and let's go ahead and see if I can pull it up right quick. Yeah, because that was like one of those videos where not much people were very interested in, and that's cool, because what really matters sometimes with having conversation is that the right people hear. That's why when people always ask me, like, oh, dude, should you should I care if I'm only getting like 100 views on the video, 10 views on the video? I'm like, no, it's about the quality of the viewers. You know, you want people that want to come back. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? People that are going to come back, and then, you know, things will grow. You know, we always look at people that go viral. I'm not going to go in there. But anyways, let me go ahead and look up the video. Boo, 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 boo. I should have did my homework before I went live, right? I know. MPC Stems. I know it should be attached to that. There we go. So not too long ago, I did a video on, you know, will the MPC have AI stem separation? And I was dead for real on this video. It got like about 4K views, you know, about 4,000 views, you know what I mean? And it was good enough to where, you know, the people that kind of chimed in and a lot of people had left some suggestions because I didn't know where it could go. Like if it was possible, I was thinking more so about, you know, they have the tech. I would say that like they, you know, if you follow the In Music brand, they have Denon under there, and the Denon 4-track controller has that. I believe the Denon Prime Plus. And there's a main reason why it has it, because it has a little bit more processing power than any of the MPCs or any of the controllers on there. But however, it was in real time and it wasn't all that great, but just the simple fact that it could do that in real time, granted that DJing is totally different from beat making, was amazing. And I was like, man, could they implement that? So months go past, you know, Akai's been quiet, and you know how this works. You know, Akai or many companies, when they're quiet, that means that they're cooking up something. I knew nothing about it. And then we got the news about MPC Stems, like publicly, like they announced it. However, there were a lot of people that were very upset because the MPC Stems wasn't out during the announcement video. Yes, we all get upset when something is announced, but it is not available. Now, just to be honest, and for, you know, a lot of you guys that probably be upset, and there ain't nothing I can do about it. That's one of the things one of the main things that I had to realize is that people are going to be pissed at you no matter what your opportunities are. You just got to realize you got to keep the roll with the punches, and just for the most part, not pay attention to all the extra hoopla that goes on right now. Another topic in a little bit. But so the MPC Stems is announced, but however, I already had the MPC Stems, and just to kind of keep things legal as possible, I had been testing it. Now, what does that have to do with the MPC stem separation being delayed or whatnot? Well, it has to do with the fact that it's not ready yet. It's still early on, and they're trying to work out all the kinks because of many things that have happened in the past where they have released something publicly, and even though Akai fixes it pretty fast, it doesn't take but a few people to say some things, and then it's a negative kind of cloud where people will just be in forums and all over the internet talking about how, you know, the MPC stuff doesn't work, and you know, you can't do this, do that. Oh, I'm going to sell my, you know what I'm saying? All of that will happen. There's people that don't even see themselves within the MPC community that have stuff to say, and they're saying it not because they have great intentions. They're just saying that shit because it's a good hot topic. And when you got a group of people over here that are pissed and they're impatient and all that, well, you're giving them a home so they can blow your ass up. And that's usually how, you know, that kind of stuff happens. But on the topic, it's just not ready yet. Within my testing, when I came out with my reaction video, it wasn't working on a specified OS. They didn't have a Windows build, you know what I'm saying? So it only, you know what I'm saying? Like I was working on Big Sur and it wasn't working, you know what I mean? It wasn't even loading. But that's kind of the very nature of beta testing or alpha testing that I've experienced, and I know that, and that's why I'm not just going out there and just going crazy, and you know, and it's a blessing to be involved with a lot of those situations because, hey, you know, it's just a situation that could very well influence how music is created. You know what I mean? But I think the delay is a good thing. You should never rush something out to the public. If you rush something out to the public, and I can't remember if his name is Shakura Miyamoto, I apologize if I said your name wrong. The guy that made Mario Brothers. One of the things that he says, one of his most famous quotes is a game that is late, a good game that is late is just late. But a game that is bad and is released is bad forever. Granted, at that particular time, there was no way to kind of update things, but that still stays to this very day. Now, what can I compare to in the modern day time period where something is out publicly and it's been invested into, and many people like this company because of their previous IPs and so forth? Well, let's look at, let's look at Rocksteady in its current situation with the Suicide Squad game. The Suicide Squad game right now doesn't look so hot. It doesn't look as bad as what people are making it up to be. The very nature of social media or whatever. People get more attention if they're negative versus when they're positive. That's why it takes longer for people that are doing good things to get what they deserve versus people that are just doing the most and getting the gratification and the attention. And then all of a sudden, when it's time to burn out, it's time to burn out. You heard me say Apple rushes all their stuff. Well, their last release, if I'm not mistaken, of their phone was kind of in a bad situation. If it wasn't the iPhone 14, I think it was the iPhone 14 that came out with all kinds of software bugs and stuff like that. But, granted, they bounced back, but they have a better reputation than someone as small as Akai or, many of the other companies that are out here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, Cyberpunk came out. That's a really good one. I appreciate that. What's up, Cap? What's going on, A Major Keys? What's going on, Johnny A? Cyberpunk came out too soon, but had a cool soundtrack. Oh, yeah. Cyberpunk, that's a really good one, though. Cyberpunk was delayed a whole bunch, and everybody had this level of anticipation. And we're gonna get into that. We're gonna talk about, how things work, and it's tricky, but at the same time, you just gotta respect what's going on. But as things kind of, when you release something that is not operable, and the level of operable I'm talking about is where you're able to do stuff and maybe sometimes it might crash, and then you kind of try to figure out how to fix that bug to where it might sometimes crash. That is different from, you put it in and it's not working. And there's certain people, you already have Malo Beats that has content on it. He's been running it to the ground as I would if, it was working for me. You have Accurate Beats. He has videos, or he has a video on it. Marlo Diggs, he has it. And, he has his content. Bolo, he has his content as well. So it's not just like certain people are experiencing it. And I believe I saw Jermaine Dupri, he's playing with it or whatnot. Trust me, I would have tons of content. Nobody would have as much content as me if it was working for me. So, I understand why it's not going to be out for a while. Not to mention, if you have it for both software and hardware, everybody can just go ahead and just purchase it, boom, and it's good to go. So, that's the hopes. I don't know everything. I get opportunities or whatever, but I'm only speaking from a more analytical side and not trying to be overly biased or trying to get clicks and views or whatever. But it will be out. Everything will be fine. It'll be just fine. You know what I mean? It'll be fine. So we'll find out momentarily. Say Gotham Knights was a flop as well. Well, Gotham Knights is kind of hard to push those characters when they're nowhere near as popular as Batman. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if it's canon or not. I started to buy the game. Speaking of which, well, we'll talk about that. So that's cool there. Oh, and that kind of, now I can talk about GearTube being toxic, as I just found out that I'm a part of GearTube, I need some water for this. Hell no, I need to smoke my black amount for this shit. Hell, if I had some Hennessy, I need to pour up. So you don't play that much? Yeah, I've been on my shit. Like the last game I played, I'm about to beat it, but I'm kind of, when it comes to video games, I like to 100% it. You know, a single player kind of game. You know, I like to find all the stuff and then beat the game. You know what I'm saying? I want to get my money's worth. You feel me? Because now they're starting to charge $70 a game. What's going on, Zero? Appreciate you. But yeah, GearTube. GearTube is toxic as fuck. All right, so this is a topic that I wanted to talk about, and feel free if you are alive with me to chime in. I think a lot of you guys will have good points as well. I'm not the one that ignores my chatter or anything like that. So I've been seeing a lot of people talk about this. I've seen some people get very, very upset. Big shout out to the 142 people watching right now. I really do appreciate it. But I've seen a lot of people talk about this subject right here, where GearTube is toxic. The first factor that someone is calling the music tech side of YouTube GearTube is absolutely insane. But I guess that's the cool guy way of saying it. I'll stick with it. What up, Smooth One? So when it comes down to it, it's no other way to break it down. I've seen a whole bunch of stuff and been held heartedly in the middle of the shit. And trust me, to a certain degree, I've been a part of the issue at hand with the GearTube toxicity. We all have our favorite pieces of gear that we totally enjoy, and then there's pieces of gear where we think it's totally shit, and then there's pieces of gear that, man, hell, it's not even worth talking about. You feel me? Like, trust me, there's a whole bunch of things I wanted to react to, but I was just like, why would I react to this? This is something I wouldn't want to use. And that could be passed off as being toxic. Having an opinion is being toxic. But however, one of the biggest things that I would say is a big part of the GearTube toxicity is fanboyism. Fanboyism is definitely one of the biggest issues with any part of YouTube. There's so many people on the internet, and it's not even just YouTube, it's social media in general. There's so many people that will rally behind someone that probably don't even give a damn about them, or rally behind something or some company or just whatever. And they still don't give a damn about them. And they will try to convince you with not even facts, but of reasons why you shouldn't rock with this person or rock with this thing. It's just something that has been the normal on here. And it's also caused me to be like, man, do I really want to partake in that? One of the biggest things that I've seen in the past month or some change is when I started talking about like the KO2 teenage engineering. We all have had our subjective thoughts about these companies or whatnot, especially teenage engineering, when they charge, I don't know, $2,000 for a 4-track sampler that has synth sounds and it really doesn't offer as much as other things. Guess what? That could be considered toxic. Even though I said it like that, it's based off of some facts. Holy crap. I mean, the battery life is amazing on it. That's one thing I would say about it that I totally enjoyed about having the OP1, the original one. But the OP1 field being that price is ridiculous. Still, can be said as toxic because there's people out there that they thoroughly enjoy the OP1 field and they love the 4 tracks. And they love the synthesizer in there. They love the sound. They love the fact that they can put that in their back pocket and do whatever they want. They don't care about some of the shortcomings about this piece of gear. They just like teenage engineering. So they will come in as a defense force and ready to burn stakes to try to convince you that it is good and that whatever you're using is trash. Wow. So my more intimate situation at hand happens to be with the whole MPC sound thing. The older MPCs sound better than the new MPCs. We've all heard that, right? That situation in itself, I felt by all means was dumb. Because if you like what you like, you like what you like. And you also think in the world that we are in, especially if we're the MPC community, because what I realize is that there's real MPC users and then there's fake MPC users. What does that also sound like? Well, the people that thought that FL Studio 12 was trash and FL Studio 20 and 21 is trash and FL Studio 11 and down are better. A lot of people think that FL Studio 11 sounds better than freaking 12 and 21. And then ImageLine, it got so bad to where ImageLine had to do a scientifically proven video in which people still argued that FL Studio 11 sounded better than, after all of that. I'm like, wow. Sometimes it's just not worth continuing to argue with people about certain topics, because guess what? Tribalism. I saw Urban talk about that. So, you got people that will defend something even if they don't even have the scientific, logical proof of their claims. I learned that by doing the MPC XSE video and the MPC 3000 video. After that, I just hung it up. I was just done. But all through that, even through my experience, I just realized that most people are just having this conversation, not because they really care. It's because they have something else under their sleeves that they're cooking. Fair enough. A lot of people are into the rollouts to where someone is the bad guy and they're the good guy, and then they ultimately have a solution. Great, And I just learned to just look at it and just move on. I have great conversations with people within our community, from Tetro to Sanji C. And, I'm not going to put everybody's name out there because I don't think and I do apologize for putting you guys' names out there. But we just talked about it and we just laughed about it because, dude, we're just doing our thing. We're just trying to create content the best way we can. And then there's other people in the space that feel like, well, content creators shouldn't be able to get this for free and that for free, and they shouldn't be able to have an opinion on a review if they didn't pay for it. And man, I see it all over Twitter. It's like one person, and I'm not going to mention their name, just out of due respect and all that. It's not to be passively aggressive, but every single time I see them, oh, well, your opinion shouldn't really matter because, you the type of person that you said. And I'm like, look, what? Like, have you been watching my content? And I think that content creators should not get this and that and the third. Bro, look, it's a new time. And for the most part, I can only defend myself in this, but I work extremely hard. Matter of fact, I won't even defend myself, but a lot of the content creators that choose not to have negative reviews or talk crazy, they're allowed to have their opinions. And then it's funny because some of the people that have been in this space where they're talking about others and all this other stuff, they have received that kind of treatment, and now they kind of understand why other content creators, do the type of content that you do, because sometimes it's massively limiting. It's really hard to be a content creator. You have to go out there and get the brand new fresh stuff by yourself, boy. You better have a fire-ass job, goddammit. Which means that you don't really have that much time to really focus in on the product at hand, while you have someone like me that's doing it full time. And look, and others too, and we're very fortunate, we greatly appreciate it. Nobody's really trying to force anybody into stuff. I understand FOMO is a thing. People don't want to be sold to or whatnot, but at the end of the day, man, we're just showing off our gear. And some people don't want to say anything negative because guess what? And someone that has said negative stuff, shoot, they will cut you off. Because they don't want to have all that when they're trying to sell a new product. Granted, I know that just kind of takes everything that's real about the loop, but it's just the way things go, There's opportunities I've lost because I said to myself, like, bruh, this ain't it, bruh. Like, I thought it was it. I reacted to the video, it was it. I thought it was it. It's not. But, let me see here. I'm looking at everybody's comment. Oh. My bad. Camera just went dead on me. Stuff is kind of broken up in here. But anyways, what's going on, D Rich? What's good, E Urban? I like learning with gear. Harry J, MPC1 is my go-to. I play well with it. Everything. I don't have to use the PC when I'm. Yeah, well, we're gonna talk about that definitely. I'm gonna change up the format on this channel so where we can kind of break stuff down in a certain kind of way. I was inspired by another content creator. C-Ray Beast, what's going on? I would buy all the gear if I could, good or bad. I have a problem. Right. And that's the other thing about GearTube toxicity is that people have FOMO and they just, don't have control over their dollars and stuff like that. There's some people, that have done some very good videos where it's not trying to be objectively biased because they want to kind of play up themselves as a hero. Some people actually find themselves at fault for it and will openly admit it. And I can respect people that do that. And then there's people that just, but we're not here for that. So the gear toxicity does come in a lot when it comes to FOMO and stuff like that. There's plenty of gear that I have in here that I haven't used ever since I bought it. But, I look at certain content creators and, I'll be like, well, I might have some use for it. And it just turns out that, it's just not going to fit into my workflow or just not something I'm really into because maybe I don't like something about it. Gary Smith, what's going on? So, you just deal with that. And again, there's a video that been on my heart for a while, and I want to pour my blood, sweat, and tears into it and just do it. Just about buying and selling used gear and just buying and selling gear so that you don't just get stuck with something, maybe, you were using it after a couple of months or whatnot, and, you're just not into it no more. There's an aftermarket. You can look it up, and then there's ways to put it out there and get your money back, or at least some of your money back. Because why have something that you're not into just stuck, in your crib? We do that. Ant's talking about maximizing the gear that you have. And that's a good point. Absolutely. I kind of sit in a weird place. I try to do as much educational content as possible, but, the review videos and stuff like that, that's a kind of a, something to give y'all something different. You feel me? And every single time I can't just do the exact same videos over and over and over again and without losing some type of steam, try to add some kind of value and some, different looks and takes. It's the same thing with like reaction videos and stuff like that, which people are starting to do that now in our space. And I like that for them. It is what it is. And I've already said it before. If I haven't said it before, I'll say it now. Just because you do something first don't mean that you are the best at it. And you will have to step your game up. There's a content creator I'm going to talk to in a few days, maybe tomorrow. And I'm going to tell them, like, bruh, don't get mad at someone publicly and say something about them because they're winning right now. How about you adjust your game? That's how you level the fuck up. If you believe what they're doing is iffy and is not as good, well, I challenge you to do better. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I look at things. Like, look, if I don't like this person's content and they telling the story false or whatnot, is the stream cool? But either way, if I don't like what a person's putting out, then I try my best to make sure that, hey, bruh, I can do better. You know what I'm saying? Put in the work. VST or STD is crazy. That's crazy. So I love trading sims. Yeah, and that's kind of different, and I get it too. When we're talking about like that you're being forced into an affiliate link or something like that, like that's kind of ridiculous. Like nobody's really forcing you to click on a link. But one thing I will say though, there are people that will overly hype something and say this is the best thing ever, and then they're never using it again. And and they had an affiliate link in the description box, but guess what? They didn't say it. You know what I'm saying? So it's always good to be honest. You know what I'm saying? And then we can get rid of that side of the toxic GearTube. And that's the other thing kind of sucks about, buying software. You really, unless the company allows you to trade a serial number, you're kind of stuck. You know what I'm saying? You're kind of stuck with that, and you've good luck. You know what I'm saying? The value isn't the same as like holding an actual tangible unit or having a tangible unit in front of you. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. But he said, I love FL Studio Ableton 11 for different reasons. I love all DAWs for their own different reasons. The ones that I've used, but Gary Smith, always a pleasure to have you up in the building. Now, it's a pleasure to have all of y'all up in here. And thank you so much for the 61 likes. I really do appreciate it. And thank you for the donation, by the way. Never mess with Ableton. There's a lot of dope things that I like about Ableton. There's not too many things I don't like about it. MPC and FL Studio mostly. Oh, no doubt. I mean, the latest update to FL Studio definitely made it to where you can fully integrate your MPC into FL Studio and you can go back and forth the way you want. I love that for FL. It's about goddamn time. I went from Pro Tools to Reaper and I was so lost. Holy. Well, shit, if you can bear with Pro Tools for a long time, like a lot of us was forced to do because it's the industry standard and all this other stuff. And that was gaslighting back then too. It was like, dude, come on, man. This is an industry standard. This shit right here. And we have all these other there's been DAWs or audio recording software that has been light years ahead of them. But nonetheless, it is what it is. Some plugins would cease to work after Windows update. Yeah. I found with FL Stems is VDJ actually separates the stems better and it's free. Virtual DJ is definitely not free. I don't know why people always say that. Like, Virtual DJ actually costs money. It actually costs a lot more money than Serato. Just saying, somebody is stealing. Somebody is stealing. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. How many niggas are in my store? I know you stealing. I know you stealing. I was pissed as hell when that white boy showed me that shit. And I couldn't help but to laugh. I was like, y'all, fucking hate y'all niggas, man. Y'all just, he was like, say, look at this show. You gonna get mad? I know you stealing. And that was when Young Jock was popping in Atlanta too. I was like, fuck y'all motherfuckers. Oh, y'all do some shit like that. VDJ is definitely not free though. GarageBand sucked, but Logic was too hard to keep pirating. It's crazy, dude. Logic is like $200 and you get a whole gang of shit. And I know that because I bought Logic. That was one of the first purchases for my MacBook was Logic. I was like, whoa, why is Logic so popping? And it's not a hard DAW to use either. And it's really good for recording. Now, is it better for recording than Ableton in my opinion? No. But them damn sounds that you get with Logic off top, them stop sounds, bruh, ridiculous. I can see why, God bless his soul, my mentor used to produce using Logic. He was like, man, this shit is easy. I'm like, damn, because you got all the best sounds and you're like one of the best damn keyboardists I've ever met in my life. Like, all I'm doing is just drum lines for your ass. Said, what's good? What are your thoughts on MPC 2.0 software being called a full and complete DAW? I don't know who in the world would actually call it a full and complete DAW without making an ass of themselves. Let me before I go into the next subject here, let me go ahead and next topic. My bad. Let me go ahead and see here. Yeah, let me go ahead and smoke because I need to smoke. We're gonna turn on some music. Y'all got questions? I'm definitely looking at the chat, man. I'm paying y'all attention too because I don't want y'all guys to be thinking that I'm just here for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm here because of you guys. You know what I'm saying? All the support and stuff like that. So the Kai stated that on their page. Well, it's a big Mint Plus in the building, my nigga! What up? Yo, if they call it a full-fledged DAW, no, they still definitely, it's quite obvious that the MPC software is not up to DAW standards. Now, beat making standards is definitely on par, if not better. Clearly, in my opinion, at least in my opinion, because I like using the MPC software with my MPC. You know what I'm saying? The only time it kind of gets a little boring would be when I use it with the MPC Studio, and that's only because I got the MPC Live too and all the other MPCs, you feel me? So said Akai delayed the joint, huh? Yeah, it's still until March. Just long story short, just to sum it up for you, man. It's just not up to snuff right now. It's just not up to snuff. You know what I'm saying? And I was just telling people, you know, where I play a role into this, and I'm pretty sure people know I ain't, you know, just cap or whatever. But hey, let them take their time to iron out all the bugs and drop us something good. You know what I'm saying? That's what I asked for, because I do not want, while in its current state, the last state that I've tried it out in, let me turn the music down a little bit, it wasn't working. It was working, but it wasn't working. So they need to iron out some things, you know, and I've only tested it out on my MacBook. So, yeah, so. My Logic hate was back in the days of the dongles. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying, Zero. Yeah, nobody likes dongles, man. You know, that's one of the DRM shit and software and all that. It sucks, but it's kind of a necessary thing due to how people operate, you know. And one of my things that I've always said when it comes down to people that pirate shit is that they weren't gonna pay for it anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just tripped me out. Back in the day, you know, when I was on the other side, I used to see people in the forums and they would say, oh yeah, well, I just wanted to check it out real quick before I spend my money. I'm like, nigga, no you didn't. You just wanted to fucking pile up on software and do what the fuck you want. Because you can check out the damn demo just like me too. Like we all can. No, you just want to see the full features, use it a whole bunch, and then, well, maybe I'll do that. Nigga, please. Yeah, people in this industry that have made millions of dollars and haven't dropped a dime towards the main thing that got them there. So, but I can understand the whole dongle thing. The dongle thing was always dumb. Because if you lose the dongle, that's one thing, and then the dongle costs a lot of money, or the dongle only works on certain USB drives and all that other crap, and yeah, bruh. The other side, absolutely the other side. Now look, man, I'm not one of those people that will sit there and say, shame on you, and I'm out there doing the exact same dirt as you. You know what I'm saying? It's just like how people, when you say a regular civilian, a law-abiding civilian is a snitch for telling on the fucking piece of shit in their neighborhood, when that's not how a snitch works, not even by its true definition. The snitch is the person that's in the crew doing dirt, and then they get caught up, and then they want to tell on everybody so they can get some goddamn time off. That's a true to the moment snitch, you feel me? But yeah, I live my truth, you feel me? I ain't gonna be on that type of time, you know what I mean? Kai stems comes on par with Serato stems, especially since they are so late to the party. Yeah, the things with the MPC stem stuff, it's definitely not because, first of all, the quality is not bad at all, absolutely. So that's one of the biggest things that they need to knock out the park. You know what I'm saying? So it can be usable, you know? And the main reason why it's usable is because it's not in real time. You know, they're using the best of the resources out of the MPC at its lowest point versus kind of, you know, having one that's better than the other, you feel me? You still have one for Nexus too? Oh Lord, Cubase. I think that's what really killed that company. Let me finish this. Are we 48 minutes in? That's what's up. Catalyst Productions. Damn, I was hoping it would be on time. Got another app. I'm in beta that does stem separation, but a Kai version looks even better. One of the main things I have noticed that, and I guess I'll stop the music for that, I guess. Or I'll just add it in there. But one of the main things that I have noticed that people were saying in the forums when I was looking and stuff like that, it was like, oh, well, it's in the MPC software. Well, I might as well just use another software and it's free. I'm like, bro, you're missing the whole point of the MPC stems. It's integrated within the MPC software. So that means that it will be integrated into the MPC hardware. But, you know, a lot of people like misinformation. They get their information from people that are toxic. You feel me? We just got finished talking about GearTube, toxic GearTube, or whatever it is. But a lot of people get their information from people that aren't qualified, they haven't even done any type of research themselves. They're just saying stuff. And then they do some information, they read something the way they want to read it. They read into it too, the way they want to read it. So, but the biggest thing about the MPC Stems that makes it good is because it's integrated. Who wants to freaking be in another piece of app or something like that, then drag the stems the freak over, then have to trim each stem individually? You know what I'm saying? When they could do it inside of the MPC, that's the biggest thing about sampling in general that many freaking DAWs don't do well and many other groove boxes don't do well. Sample editing on MPC is easy peasy. Am I a fan of the touchscreen shit? Yes and no, because it's logically put together well. But yeah, sample editing and stuff like that, dude, you do not want to sit here and drag and drop, and then you have to go and then you want to put it on your MPC and all this. Dog, that's too much work. Bruh, it's about workflow. You feel me? It's about workflow. And then people are arguing about it's just $9 and whatever. Who was calling me on? It's got some weird people that call me on them Instagram. I wasn't gonna pick that up. But yeah, it's just, come on, man. Like, for real, are we being serious about that? Let me see here. Who else we got? Back to the music. We're still in this smoke break, but we on a chat break, you know. See, that's where I learned to make beats. I had to use them, okay, I don't know, free. And I think everybody's come to the right side at some point. Okay, oh, you talking about like cracks and stuff like that. I think everybody, you know, could safely say if you grew up in a certain area that you definitely had pirated software. A lot of people honestly just thought that music software was free because of the very nature of things like Kazaa and Pirate Bay and all this other stuff, not realizing like, dude, like this is not legal at all. You know what I'm saying? And then some people, they know that, but they don't give a shit until all of a sudden, especially in our sphere, like in our community, they start understanding a little bit of logic when their beat gets stolen. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, well, and I remember people beating, what was his name? I forgot, but before he became a crypto king or whatever, he was making that logical point and people were just bulldozing him for saying that. They said you stop using cracks because of viruses. Well, that's the biggest reason why I stopped. It's like, dude, why you start using crack software and then your computer dies in like 2-3 weeks or a month or something like that, or your hard drive just craps out and you're not realizing that, you know, it's attacking the registries. And some people, if you think about it logically, dude, you're exposing yourself to the whole entire world, and you definitely don't want to do that in today's information world. Like, there's a high chance that you got your credit card information and all this stuff on the, you know, internet, and there's no way you can really secure it, and and all they have to do is just put a virus on your computer and retain it. That's a lot of the reasons why people's YouTube channels get hacked, because look, they greedy and they trying to get goddamn sponsorships and shit like that, and then they click on something and all of a sudden their YouTube channel is gone. And it's not funny when that happens, because that almost happened to me a few times, which I'll just say that for another day. Said $9.99 is super cheap. Yeah, well, people just were like, bro, people were just like, oh, well, it should be free. Like, what? Nigga, what? Like, are you serious? Dude, the stems thing is going to change how music, it should have already been like that last year or the year before that when Serato Studio did that, or, you know what I'm saying? Theoretically, Serato Studio is amazing. You know, Serato sample stems is amazing. Them adding that was phenomenal. Like, I was not expecting it to take off, you know? But at the end of the day, man, you know, if you invest in yourself, if you really believe in yourself as a quote unquote producer, you will not have a problem spending $10. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't care if Akai never reached out to me again. I'm definitely getting the stems. Shit. When it drops and it's ready to go, hell yeah. Fuck what you talking about. You wanna know why? Because I'm not even gonna say it because there's people already taking my ideas. But I don't give a damn. Shit. Topic idea, how much software do you have on your computer that you don't use? DJ Double Edge. Dude, you'd be surprised. I've actually talked about that, but at the same time, I did a video, but it was real toxic, bruh. It would have got a lot of clicks, and I would have had a lot of enemies. But what I ended up doing was uninstalling all the shit that I don't use. You know what I'm saying? The vast majority is like free software. When I see a free software countdown video and they're talking about these are the best, and I'm like, nigga, this shit is garbage. Like, it's free, yeah, awesome. You made a good video that got a lot of clicks, but my nigga, that shit is trash. Like, dude, or if it's not trash, it's already available to you inside of your DAW. They just made a different UI for it. My nigga, that ain't gonna count. Eric, what's good? Music computer, very little internet searching. Well, on my music computer, on this one, the main thing I only do is like stream. You know what I'm saying? I don't do anything transactional or anything like that on you know what I'm saying? So, said Ripex is a doll. Oh yeah, for sure. They keep on contacting me and I'm like, bro, like I'm tired of talking about this shit. Just allow me to use it when I can and we'll get on to that. Cocaine Bear. That is a hell of a name. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. It is. Prawn and plugins. It's crazy. Imagine that. Imagine you get hacked from one of your and they find out you on some weird shit. Just regular stuff ain't that big of a deal, but you know. Tyrone, you're a trip, man. Good to see you up in there. Chris Rowe. I have an MPC Live 2. I need some keys. Should I buy a controller or get an MPC Key 61 or wait for the Key 37? What would you do? I mean, if you are a keyboard head, like you like the pads, you know, you like the workflow of the MPC and stuff like that, the MPC Key is definitely what you should get. Yeah. I mean, I love my MPC Live 2. I swear by it. You know what I'm saying? I like the MPC X too. I didn't expect to like the X as much, but I definitely like my Live 2 more. The only reason why I don't use my MPC Key 61 as much, though, I think I became so much better when the keys were implemented with it, is the size. It's the size. So, you know, who knows? We'll see. We'll see if the key well, there's people have been sending me pictures since like I don't know how long. Said that Key 37 will probably be 2,500. That would be insane. Stop talking so much and play your beats. 2024 is absolutely insane. Where are the steams dropping? What? Oh, when is the stems dropping? March. They're sticking to that. What's going on? Which stem separating DAW has the best sound quality? Definitely Serato. I mean, FL Studio definitely has the stems sound great. The stem separation sounds great. So you can't go wrong with that. So I just think the way it's about how, here's the thing about stem separation. It's about how it's implemented. The reason why Serato stems work so well within their DJing software, within their production software, is because it has real-time use. You know what I'm saying? Even with Serato Sample, I like FL stems, but I don't want to sit there and sample inside of FL Studio, dog. I'm sorry. I don't give a damn who has tutorials on what or whatever, dog. FL Studio is absolutely bad at sampling. SliceX is tragically bad. And I've been trying to do a video on that for a while. Whatever it be, don't care. People get upset at me. I'm not looking in the comment section no more. Yeah, Denon does. What's going on, Dilly? Yo, Dilly up in this motherfucker! Wait. Oh, here y'all niggas go around. Got jokes and shit. Nah, I'm cool with that. But yeah. That is absolutely. Hold on, my bad. I had to fix that. That's absolutely funny. That shit crazy. All right, now I got some smoke in me. Well, let's talk about this thing right here. This is something I had to sit on for a while. So why have I been gone so long? Well, there's a whole lot of things I could say. It all kind of started last year. We was just talking about toxic GearTube and all this other stuff, and people being over fans and too big of fans, and this only fans. I'm just saying, it's this fandom, elitism, and all this other stuff, man. A lot of that was coming over here to this channel. And granted, I make jokes and stuff like that, but dude, I'm not an elitist at all. I don't think that I'm better than someone because I have something. And even if I was to think that, I think the repercussions that I would get would be higher because of where I sit as a public figure. Regardless of how I look at myself, it doesn't matter. I'm an influencer. There's a certain level of influence that I have. I'm greatly appreciate that people join in. I put my work in and whatnot. Big shout out, Dr. X. Big shout out to you. I'm glad you're here. And it's crazy. Like, for example, when we're talking about fanism, I look at like the current situation with Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion. Nicki Minaj has her, whatever her fan base is called or whatever, and they're all trying to dox Meg Thee Stallion, and they're trying to dig up receipts on things that Nicki Minaj said and all this other stuff, and just trying to take things further than what it should be, which they're both artists and all they do is make music. It should just stay in the music. If they want to be messy in the music, that's perfect for music. Fine, great. That's what music is about. It's about a form of expression, and you're getting your rocks off. But it starts to get really crazy when you start having people that are literally looking into your lives, trying to talk about you, talk about people that are not a part of your life. I've had people in that particular time period where they were just saying stuff about my mother. They were saying stuff about my father. Those who know me for real know that I have this kind of a life where I'm to myself, because a lot of things that a lot of y'all don't know is that I go through depression because of these things. And, it doesn't matter to most people, but they would just say whatever they want to get a leverage or an edge to push somebody higher. Big shout out. Thank you for the sub. All right. So, we have this thing where people are elitists, and you have all these people that, they swear by a certain thing or a certain person. And, we talked about it when we were talking about toxic GearTube and all that, but it started affecting me over last year because of some situation where people were talking about sound and all this other stuff. And then when I was asked the question, I was debated into a situation with people that I even know that were acting as if they had nothing to do with it. And then when they got their hand caught in the cookie jar, they went full throttle and was trying to get clout. And in that particular situation in itself, it kind of hurt me to where I did not want to make videos for a moment. If y'all remember last year, I took a break. Normally I drop videos like almost at least three or four times a week with a whole ass live stream where I'm cooking up and stuff like that, and it made me reevaluate things then. But, we kind of move forward here into a certain time period where, it's October, November, and of course, that's the part of the time you're a full-time content creator, the whole Black Friday and all this other stuff. People are just out and about, and this is where most content creators make their most money, whether they take sponsorships, affiliate links, and all this other stuff. Whatever. And mind you, I have a business that I have partners with. 16 Levels is one of my freaking things that I did it's a passion project because I really care about the community at large. No matter who it is, whatever music you do, you know, we have our thing that we do over there at 16 levels, and we try to provide valuable content at the highest degree and whatnot. So, you know, I did all the videos and, you know, talked about content and all this other stuff and had a ball, but I was really exhausted. This year, for some reason, and, you know, and for those who don't know, I've been on YouTube. This year will be... Thank you so much for the sub. So I've been on YouTube for, it's about to be 8. You motherfuckers. Thank you so much for the sub. I'm not doing that no more. Y'all ain't get, whoever else subscribe ain't get no echo, nigga. But, but anyways, real talk, back to it. Fuck, I lost what I was talking about. This is what happens. But I've been on YouTube for a long time. Like, I was in my early 20s when YouTube became an actual thing. And I'm still on here. It took me 15 years to get to 100,000 subscribers without doing all the extra stuff. You feel me? And when I even got into sort of the quasi-negative stuff, I guess we would say, but with really good intentions of showing people not to get, you know, and that's one thing I left out of toxic GearTube, because was a lot of people that were very deceptive and people that will still be deceptive to you guys, and I'm seeing it and I'm keeping my mouth shut like, I want to say something so bad. But you live and you learn from your mistakes, and sometimes you just gotta mind your business. You feel me? Like, I don't want to get into what others are doing, because it will come out into the limelight. And some people are even championing that. But, you know, I get into November, I do a crap ton of content. Matter of fact, November last year was the most views I've ever got on YouTube within a month. And it was insane because of the amount of turnaround and the amount of effort I was putting into the videos and the editing and all this other stuff. And, you know, people were reaching out, and some people were upset because I didn't mention them. And I'm like, dude, I'm just doing everything within my power. And I have this business here that I believe in, and that others are counting on me to do content and to show off their stuff. And I've had people get upset at me, you know, for not putting their stuff in the limelight. And I'm like, dude, I don't have much time for myself. And the main reason why I'm working myself so freaking hard is because I don't really have people to talk to. You know what I'm saying? Like, and because they have like my friends, they have families. You know, I'm 40 plus years old. So the average person around this time usually has children and all this other stuff, and, you know, might even have grandkids, for crying out loud. You know, what am I gonna sit there and talk about my shit? That's very selfish. That's selfish. So, let's see. The last tipping point was, had to been the whole teenage engineering, and I totally forgot this in the GearTube thing, but I'm gonna bring it up here. The teenage engineering KO thing. You know, the KO2 comes out. You know, we see content creators. Big shout out to Cuckoo and my brothers over there at Andertons, and all the new guys that got to show off their skills and show off how much love they got for creating music on this magical device that's cheap, finally, from teenage engineering. And yeah, bruh, I'm telling you, that was the tipping point, because I remember going live. Granted, the live stream was crazy. I think it got up to like 400, 500. I've never had that in here. The freaking text was like, I'm like looking like, whoa, people want to see. And yeah, when you are in this space, it's important to understand that there are people that are supporting you, and then there's people that just want to see, you know, they don't know you from hell or high water. They might come off abrasive and stuff, but I was seeing some really disrespectful things in the stream where when I went to go look at the replay and make short content, I'm like, wow, people are really saying this, like, really disrespectful stuff. If it wasn't towards me, which I don't necessarily care. I kind of roll with the punches at this point. But of other Zero, the prototype. Thank you for the sub. But it was to the point to where I'm like, yo, like some of these folks, and I wouldn't be surprised if there was people's burners accounts and they had these things to say about either me or other people. And I'm like, man, this is exhausting. So I said to myself, I'm like, man, I'm going to make these videos right here. You know, I'm going to do some tutorials because I want people to understand, you know, what they should do with this unit. It's not going to be the best unit for what the price point is. You shouldn't expect this and all this other stuff. And, and mind you, I bought mine and, you know, I saw the whole, oh, you're a shill for teenage engineering. Oh, all of a sudden teenage engineering is going to reach out to me, though I've been very objective towards what they do as a company when it comes to pricing certain things. All of a sudden I'm a shill. But anyways, you know, I that wasn't the really big thing. I expect that shit. You know what I mean? But I did my last videos and I said to myself, like, well, I'm going to take up like a week, 2 weeks off. And then I'm going to be back at it again because it's December and people are at home, you know, kids are at home, everybody's celebrating Christmas and all this other stuff. But, you know, the reality of the situation was in my life was I was alone. You know what I'm saying? I was alone for Thanksgiving. I didn't like, all I did for Thanksgiving was, and Thanksgiving Eve, I guess, if that's really a thing, or the week of, I lift weights and went home and ate a humble meal, you know, and I had nobody to really talk to because everybody else was out. And, you know, and I do appreciate you guys for saying that, you know, we can talk to you and stuff like that. And some of you guys reached out. Big shout out to Captain. You know what I'm saying? Me and Captain talked around this time. There's people that said that Happy Thanksgiving. I didn't want to be a burden. And maybe that's my fault. That's my character flaw. So I was very lonely around that time. And even when I took my 2 weeks off, I got me a PS5. So I was playing different video games and stuff like that because I really take time to myself. I always try to be ahead of the content and all that stuff. You know, I want to keep it as real as possible here. But I was just feeling miserable. I was miserable. I felt bad. I was probably the most depressed I've been in a long time because I've never been this single or whatever. And, you know, I just worked out every single day. And then my workouts, I started waking up, you know, I had to sleep a little longer because, you know, I had stayed up, you know, playing video games, being a whole ass child. You know, and then I just said to myself, like, bro, I'm not really feeling this content creation shit. I think my last video, let me go ahead and see, I got to do the research here, so I apologize. Well, my last video before, you know, I got into, you know, back into that. Okay. Oh, no, my last video of that year wasn't supposed to be this right here. It wasn't supposed to be co-producer. You know what I'm saying? I just jumped on it because I looked at people talking about it, but nobody was really talking about it in a manner to where it was going to be palatable to the masses. And I have an audience over here, you know, you guys, where you will be more interested in something like that than probably some of the other people that, you know, were involving themselves in it. But big shout out to them. They did a great job, you know. And then, you know, I just took a break after that. I did this video right here, which is just the live stream content where I was just sitting there looking like, wow, bro, this is crazy. And then, you know, Sonicware came in and they did their thing with, you know, the Sonicware Yuzo Koshiro's mega synthesis. And I was like, whoa, that's cool. Well, I'll talk about that. Then I said to myself, well, you know what? I'm going to go and do a video on a EP 133, which there's people that are pissed at me for that one. I'm like, bro, I'm being honest. What do y'all want? Y'all want, what do y'all niggas want? Like, I can't tell y'all, like, my opinion without getting upset. I was just like, what the fuck? I didn't even jump into that comment section. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whatever, bro. What the fuck ever. Then this the whole MPC Stems thing, which was something I was testing out that wasn't working for me, but it was working for everybody else. And I'm just like, bro, I'm like super stressed out. I've been doing this for like 18 years now almost. Like in March, it'll be 18 years. That's almost as long as some of y'all guys have been living. You know what I mean? And I was just like, man, this is really disturbing to me. Like, I love doing this. I don't get it twisted. I love doing content, you know? And some of the stress, look, I'm used to it. I'm used to the shit. You know, I'm used to people being crazy. You feel me? I'm used to people wanting to talk shit. Well, see, here's the problem with taking a break. The dope mic. This is my living. So if I take look, and this is where it just gets objectively wild. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's things that I could make massive amounts of income if I was to do like sponsored content and all this other stuff. But I look out for you guys first because, you know, I don't want to take a sponsor from something that is not going to be useful. You feel me? You know? And I've been getting decent offers, even to this very moment. Like, they're like, oh, well, we'll just give you this, you know? And other people will be like, hey, I'll fuck them. I see the people. Again, I'm not going to say anything about those folks. Eventually, they will get caught up in their own shit or whatever. So I can't just stop doing content. You know what I'm saying? This is my livelihood. This is also something I always wanted. Though it's not the career path that I always wanted. It's something that just fell into my lap and I'm able to share with you guys. I owe all of the respect to a platform like YouTube where I get to be able to express myself and have fun and enjoy stuff. But there's things that come with that. There's always there will be a curse to the gift. So, yeah, man, it's tough. It's tough being a content creator. A lot of people want the smoke and I've had to realize that too. Like, I remember when people were like, oh yeah, Mcree is real, he's for the people. And the moment I hit like 100K subscribers, the exact same people were like, oh, he think he the shit now. He's a bitch. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what? I ain't changed shit. Like, I ain't changed shit. I'm still the same person. You feel me? What's good, Dizzy? So, it's a double-edged sword when you are taking time off or when you are dealing with being a content creator. You know, I mean, y'all could play me the world's smallest violin, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, you gotta work. You gotta work. For real. So, you know, I just came to grounds and said, man, sometimes you gotta take the time off and get your mind right. Because if you don't have your mind right, it will start to affect the way your content comes off with people and how you are presented in people. And maybe in truth, I might have got big-headed. You feel me? I might have got bigger than my britches. You know what I'm saying? But it all comes with that. You know what I mean? What's going on, Nerd Vision? But yeah, what's going on, Crisco? What's good? What's good? What's good? So yeah, man, it's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure, a lot of stress, and I was just trying to figure life out. You know, there's things I want. I'm not gonna say in my personal life. I'm not gonna mention it on the internet, but I want those things to happen. You know what I mean? I want things that a 40-plus-year-old man is supposed to have. You know, and it's not like I want like the most astronomical things. You know, at this point, you got to be able to, you know, compromise. But you know, well, what's going on, Skydog Pigpen? Comparison is a thief of joy. I think if we all tune out as much as the outside world as we can and look within the true present within the moment and ourselves, then we can be happy and push on. Well, I mean, you know, it's the thing about happiness anyways is that like other people can't make you happy. You gotta be happy. You know what I'm saying? So when I come into the world of creating content in general, it's not about just like happiness, because content creation makes me happy. I'm not upset. If it was really that bad, I would not be live streaming. I would just let this channel die. I am very fortunate. Now I ain't making stupid amounts of money. You feel me? I'm not looking at what other people are doing that are getting more success than me, and I'm not looking at it as what you would call envious. I don't envy nobody, you know? I look at all of my contemporaries that are really getting it, and I'm like, man, more power to you. You know what I'm saying? The ones that I got respect for, absolutely, you know? That's all I got to say. And for those who are in the midst of coming up and surpassing me, man, more power to you if you're getting yours in the best way you know how to do. I'm not mad at you. Get your money, pimping. You know, I'm not necessarily, and I think what you said, Scott Dog, is very good. Philosophical, great too. But yeah, and I'm not putting the butt in there because I'm gonna, you know, erase what I said beforehand. But yeah, man, I'm not mad at anybody for their success, and you know, I don't look at what others are doing and then be mad and jealous, and I could be doing that. But, and if I did give off that kind of energy, then I do apologize so I don't contradict myself. Hey, look, I'm only a human. Yeah, but I know I gotta get to working. I gotta work for sure, you know. And I thoroughly enjoy this. I thank God every day that I have this opportunity. You know, my space. I'm not living this luxurious lifestyle. I'm not living a great lifestyle, but I just thank God for what I have. I'm just very happy for it. You know, I'm happy for the people that are involved in my life. You know, sometimes it comes off as passive aggressively bad. Sometimes it comes off as I'm an asshole. This is what I can do, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to come off like an asshole, but you know, I do appreciate everybody that has contributed to my life, whatever they've done. There's nothing small about whatever you've done. Even if you were a person on here watching this, you've been watching for a long time, I greatly appreciate you. Or if you have been whatever, you know, this is not a send-off story or anything or a send-off. Best case scenario, we collab on a platinum single. Hey. And Gary said, I'm 51 and I'm lacking so much in my manhood and failures of myself, i.e. I lack family and accomplishments. Yeah, look, I share the same sentiment, man. Like, trust me, I'm in the same boat as you. There's a lot of things that in life I've not achieved yet. I probably would feel that way even if I had the things, you know, because that's just what has been embedded in my DNA. You know, I come from a family of men that have accomplished a whole lot. Nigga, I'm broke.
Great thoughtful talk.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the dono. Yeah, so sometimes, you know, those type of values and stuff like that, one of the things I did in therapy was I wrote down my values, you know, things that I care about. Money was not on my list at all. A lot of the people in there, and, you know, I'm not going to get into that, but it was like, oh, yeah, money for me, man. And it's like, I was thinking to myself, because as a person that makes decent money, money don't fix everything. It does not. You know, it's just good to have because of certain things that will happen that you'll be able to accomplish if you have money versus, you know, the other amount. And not to mention, hey, look, Notorious B.I.G. said it best himself, more money, more problems, bro. And trust and believe, the more money that you start to see in your life, whatever thing that you are concocting in your mind or some idea or whatever the case may be, dude, more people are going to get involved in your life and they're going to be there because of that. And they're going to be people that are anti and they ain't going to want to see you win because you got more than what the next person got. So, you know, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Like they say, life is cold, but it's fair. You know, it just comes with it. You know, I can only imagine the type of problems that Elon Musk, you know, Tim Cook, Jeff Bezos, Zuckerberg, all them cats got. Shit, it's probably far more than I could handle because God has done what he's done. The Most High has done what he's done and put it whatever I could handle in my life. And there's a lot more maturing I have to do. Dope, Mike. I love you, man. You know that. The Reaper, what's good? Strive. A salute to you, Ab. I appreciate everything you do for the community. Well, I appreciate you guys. If I had a channel, I'm making content wearing I'm trying to read this in context here. I'm making content wearing if I depend over the top of my pants. Instant clout chaser high. But what ended up at the net of it though, there's other things that I'm gonna venture off to. You know, I have not spent as much time on dark coffee radio as I should. You know, I tried to develop that, and I just was lazy. And I openly admit that, and I do apologize to the people that have been involved with a lot of things when it comes to, and that's where my major guilt is at, where I did not, you know, take the time to listen to people's music or whatever. You know, there's people that have this kind of thing where they think I'm just here to try to charge and make money and just get rich off of playing your music. And it's like, no, I actually put this money back right into it like I'm supposed to, you know, and trust me, there is no profit off of making a channel that is dedicated to music these days, because you're going to deal with copyright claims from this source, that source, every other source, all that. The YouTube algorithm is buried in musical content. So if people click on it, it's because of word of mouth and all this other stuff, things that I was going to do in Atlanta, especially with the whole dark coffee radio thing. I was going to make sure that we had, you know, proper sponsorships if we was to get a little further. Even if I was going to collaborate, this is one of the things I did not do very well in 2023. 2022, I did a lot of collaborations with a lot of people. And that has, if you are someone that is trying to push things further in your career, you definitely need to collaborate and work with other people so you get exposed to different fan bases and they can kind of come to conclusions and stuff like that about you. I did some collaborations in 2023, but you know, I could have did a whole lot more. And it has to do with a lot of my rapport with the people. You feel me? You know, I didn't get to help as many people out as much as possible, though. You know, I can't help everybody out. You know, I had to come into realization that some people are just going to ask questions like, what the fuck? You know, I try. So how much weight am I pushing in the gym these days? Oh, bro, it's right now, when I'm in a calorie deficit, so I'm not performing up to snuff. Right now, as far as my bench goes, I'm doing at least 70-pound dumbbells. I was on the way to 75-pound dumbbells bench, and I declined because I was eating less healthy or just eating less in general. And, you know, my body's just been like, all right, well, you know, it looks good, but at this very moment, you've hit a peak. On normal bench press, I'm doing 185, 4 sets of 10. You know, I've tried to do 4 sets of 11, and I always end up just doing that. And, you know, so he said that's lightweight. 70-pound dumbbells, definitely not lightweight. I'm gonna tell you why it's not lightweight. I might be you just being funny. People that weigh in the 200 to 230 range, especially me seeing this at the gym, normally can't even do 4 sets of 10 of 55 pounds. Which is insane, and that has a lot to do with your diet, how much you're sleeping, and so forth. I'm in the above average range for some. I'm in the top 20%. You know, so you know, we'll see. Hopefully, I'll be at like 80, 90 before the summertime, but we'll see what's going on. Insinuate that you are comparing yourself. Oh no, it's all good. It's all good, Sky Dog. I ain't mad at you, my brother. But yeah, I'm trying to get things back into order. You know, I got 16 levels over there. You know, I got some good people that I don't want to let down. You know, if they're not making money, I ain't making money. If I ain't making money and whatnot, they ain't making money, and that's unfair to them. You know, as someone that is a legit business owner, you know, you got to think about others before yourself in that. And I want people to continuously have that, you know, and there's plenty of people that have been asking for opportunities and stuff like that. I've been kind of ignoring it and stuff like that. And I want to keep the quality good on the website, because the moment someone buys something, it is not of quality. That's a customer that's lost, you know. So said you're 220 benching 100-pound dumbbells for 8 reps, but you're not eating so I see why. I would love to see it. I would love to see it. And I'm talking about like 4 sets of 10. I would love to see it. and if you were, I'm gonna assume that you are doing that, then yeah, you're one of the rarest cases of that. You're in the top 20%. You're really in the top 10%. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I would run that into the question and whatnot. If I even looked at 75 pounds, my arms will fall off. I be seeing people in the gym, they do some weird shit. You know, there's always somebody that's doing weird shit in the gym, bro. Like, I'll be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I seen a dude, he was like curling 70 pounds, but he's like throwing his arm up. I'm like, bro, like, that's not how you curl. Like, you're supposed to stand straight up, your feet flat, shoulder width, and then you curl the dumbbell. You're not supposed to grab the dumbbell and just be doing like these partials and shit like that just so you can impress people. That you look dumb. You don't look like you're strong. You just look dumb. And almost anybody could do that. If you're throwing your body into it, like, come on now. But whatever, I digress. They be in there recording. So you struggle with 40? Well, I mean, it's like your strength is correlated with your weight. Like, that's why you'll see someone that's like 280 pounds and they're like lifting crazy. Like, that's more common than you see someone that's like my body type doing crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? But that's because your strength is correlated with your weight. That's why there's people that are not even toned. They're just big dudes. You know, just naturally, big, or fat. Let's say it that way. Say, but you can bench 225. That's what's up. Kevin Sullivan said, do you ever get YouTube burnout? I mean, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, shit. YouTube burnout is definitely going to be a thing, bro. If you go at it as long as I've done it, or even if you haven't, you will run out of ideas and stuff like that. What you see normally on the YouTube space is that the vast majority of people are just copying each other. And, no disrespect or anything like that, but yeah, that's kind of what you need to do, I guess, if you are not seeing success in whatever you're doing, is you try to learn from whomever is more successful than you. So, more power to you. That's why you see a lot of people that be on the same shit, or someone just hop on something and then they'll just change up the title. I mean, there's people that are blatantly doing it, you know what I'm saying? And if it works, it works, you feel me? But at the same time, it's just like, okay, you're not really setting a bar, a standard with your own content if you're doing that. But yeah, it's normal to be content burnt out. Like when I really started doing this full time, I was doing 2 videos a day. Like back in 2015, when I just lost my job, I was doing 2 videos a day. They weren't even edited or anything. I was just putting it out there to the universe, praying, this shit would stick. And I kept the subject matter, I understood title and thumbnail was great. My thumbnails weren't all that good because I didn't have freaking Adobe Photoshop or, some of the other tools that are readily available to everyone these days. There was no real blueprint either. So, you just did what you could, screen record and so forth. And, God bless, thank the Most High, it worked out. And then as time went past, you just kind of want to better yourself. So I started editing videos more so often. I did edit videos in the past, but I knew it took longer. So I had to come up with a workflow and, and those things will kind of burn you out because I spend maybe a few hours, maybe about an hour some change to do like a 10-minute video. So you'll see like about an hour of footage get shrunk down to about 10 minutes or so, because the YouTube rules, especially if you have it like 4 minutes, then you're not going to be able to get much from the YouTube partner program if you qualify for it. So, the 10 minutes is like the sweet spot, 10, 11 minutes or whatever. But, or I think 7 minutes is when you're a lot. But either way, I think 10 minutes is the sweet spot. So, but once you start really putting in that effort for your content or whatnot, you're definitely going to see that, The editing side is not one of my favorite sides, but it is because then you really get to see what your creativity is like. A lot of the content creators that I watch these days are putting out freaking movies. You know, I'm not up to that level, but you know, I have a desire to do content of that level that gives that big value, so I can see the 100K views within a day or something like that. That is always great. You know, it's great when I see 10K views in a day. That's amazing too. But you know, I want to, you know, get on the course of that, because if I get on that kind of path, then absolutely, dude, like it's a passion for, but I'm not going to put out videos every single day. I don't mind if the message is pure. It's a few creators that I feel like they are hot content hoppers for clicks. Well, yeah, you know, that's kind of the nature of content creation. Nerd Josh, not Nerd Josh, but Nerd Vision. I got you mixed up with my video game homie. Have you got long arms, so you got to go so far up and down? Yeah, that is true. You know, that is true. Like I'm built totally different from the average person that will weigh about 225, 230 pounds. You know, at 6'6", bro. You know, I gotta really put in work. But I'm telling you, when I see someone that's like 5'7", 5'8", and we're doing about the same, and he's bigger, you know what I'm saying? It looks kind of different. You feel me? They got I get a lot of those guys respect in the gym. What was something? It was Crisco that made a good point. Did they call those dudes biters back in the day? Yeah, absolutely. But you know, the landscape of how things work on the internet has changed. You know, it's just normal to see people hop on a trend and go, you know. And even with hip hop, if we look at it, yes, you could say hip hop is a culture, but the trend of hip hop has been copied over and over and over again. Some people in the 90s, or at least the people that were prominent, they had a level of respect where they were not going to do exactly the same thing as everybody else. That is gone. Those days are gone. We live in TikTok, IG, YouTube, whatever else is out there, and people are going to hop on what is hot, even if it means derivatively ripping your shit. That's why, you know, reaction content works out so well, because dude, you don't have to test the waters for the content that you're reacting to. If you pick out a 1 million view video and you have a extreme take on it, you're basically you're taking half of what worked already that's been proven, and then you're just adding your 2 cents to it, or whatever the case may be. Some people are just lazy at reaction content. They don't add any value with their reactions, but they know it's easy to get the clicks. So it is what it is. I'm guilty. What is my favorite Super Nintendo game? Definitely has to be either Link of the Past or Metroid. I would throw Castlevania. You know, clearly Mario is without a question. Super Mario World is without a question. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the games that I play to this very day have those kind of elements and whatnot to them. The hardest thing about gaming, modern gaming right now, is just that a lot of modern games, they put too much story into it. And then when you get into the gameplay itself, it's not much of that. And it's being hid over there. You said it's Psych Bike. It's crazy. That's on the NES, though. It's not Super NES. And Tecmo Bowl on the Super Nintendo was kind of boo-boo in comparison. Yo, Av, what have you been playing on the PS5? I've been playing Prince of Persia, Lost Crown. A very good game. You know, it takes elements of what Metroid is great at, and I guess if you want to say Vania, you know how they had like this subgenre called Metroidvania, where it's like Super Metroid, the exploration. The more you explore, the more powers your character gets, and all this other stuff in the game becomes all that great stuff. You know, and it makes exploration fun. You know, and you know, Prince of Persia kind of doubles down on not only just the Metroidvania formula, but they add things to the character in terms of like just when you fight and stuff like that, you have a launcher and you can do combos and stuff like that, a la Devil May Cry. And Devil May Cry is one of my favorite games. I remember, as a matter of fact, I think I have it right here. Where is it at? Where's my Devil May Cry 5? Like, this is all my PS4 games. Before I just realized, like, I'm just buying blank discs, basically. You know, I got Near Automata. I have not, or whatever it's called, Automata, I guess. The Automata, whatever. Of course, Call of Duty. You know, I was playing Call of Duty. Call of Duty came with it. Devil May Cry 5 is one of my favorites. I've yet to play this Resident Evil. I played Resident Evil 4 Remake last year though. Kingdom Hearts, this was absolute garbage. This game right here, Kingdom Hearts, this version, Kingdom Hearts 3, garbage. Hot garbage. You know, I play a little bit of MK. I got MK Mortal Kombat 1, MK1 that just came out. I just haven't played it online. I just played not this Spider-Man, but Miles Morales Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? For obvious reasons. Big shout out to Boy Wonder. You know, my guy. I know you watch the stream. You don't be saying much of anything, but you know, big shout out to you though. I know you be watching. But yeah. And I might slide in some NBA 2K every now and then. Well, don't worry. I will, my new channel, I'm going to do another channel too, so that I'm not just playing video games in a stream of consciousness and not making any income from it. So I'm going to probably have a channel that's dedicated to gaming. I already have one, you know, I just don't post on it. So I'll just revamp it, put it on here, brand it in a certain manner. And then, you know, I'm going to be on Twitch for sure. There's plenty of people that ask me to play video games every single day. They're like, oh man, bro, you know, I'm above average when it comes to playing video games, I guess. Nice. I was gonna buy that. We used to play the shit out of Streets of Rage. Yeah, I got Streets of Rage 4. I played that. I'm gonna beat that like a bajillion times, but I played every Streets of Rage game, period. Yuzo Koshiro, Yuzo Koshiro, big shout out to him, by the way. He's a huge inspiration of why I do music in the first place. So, you know, Cocaine Bear, that name is hilarious. Even if I used to play the ColecoVision in television games, D-Rich, 2K would be waxing, I'd still be playing. I'm not good at 2K at all. I didn't like the vibe. I don't like the vibes of 2K. You know what I'm saying? The way 2K, the last 2K game I liked was 2K10, NBA 2K10, and that was the most legitimate 2K. It still felt a little arcadey, like on the Dreamcast. Now I don't really feel those vibes. Like, matter of fact, when NBA Live 19 came out, I actually thought that was a better game. And they did things better than NBA 2K, which, remember, we was just talking about, you know, great people copy, you know, good people innovate, great people copy, or in that, you know, paraphrasing, but yeah. So they copied them. No shooter action Av. Yeah, I told you Call of Duty, bro. I played the Modern Warfare 3. I mean, when it comes to Modern Warfare, I used to be absolute garbage when I first got my Xbox 360. And then I ended up pulling my garbage negative KD into a 2 KD. And then I moved over there to Black Ops from all the people that, you know, we started teaming up or whatever. We was murdering. I had a 3 KD in that game, or like a 2.6 something. And then, you know, Black Ops 2, I didn't really like that. I hated Modern Warfare 3. And then I just got tired of Call of Duty and I stopped playing, you know what I'm saying? Then I just came back with Modern Warfare 2019, I believe it was called, but the remake of Modern Warfare, that was okay. I didn't really like that one as well because of how camp friendly it was. The footsteps was like freaking loud as shit. And so you could be walking slowly, crouch walking, and people could just pull up and kill your ass. I didn't like that. I didn't like that about the Modern Warfare. And then, you know, Modern Warfare 3 is a little more forgiving because it's maps from Modern Warfare 2 anyway. So what, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not a fan of Warzone. F-Zero on the SNES, yeah, that was my shit. NFS, what is that? Crash Bandicoot was my shit. Yeah, I saw that was on sale, but I ain't really care about buying it. I can't wait until Final Fantasy VII Rebirth to drop. Yes, that will be one of the games I will be playing live. And, you know, I will love the fuck out of it because I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan. as that was my next system after my Super Nintendo was the PlayStation 1. And so Final Fantasy 7, I remember playing that as a young adult, you know, a teenager. And bro, I played this out of that even up to college. So playing with big ass Turtle Beach headphones. Oh Lord, I remember when I bought a pair of Turtle Beach headphones and was playing Modern Warfare 2. It felt like a cheat code. And then Black Ops had shittier sound quality, so it wasn't really worth playing with Turtle Beach headphones. And so I ended up giving my Turtle Beach headphones to my ex-girlfriend's son, and he loved that crap. If you're not playing games like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 or Warzone on at least an Xbox or PS5 that supports 120 FPS, 120 FPS monitor, you will not enjoy the gaming experience. Well, you know, my monitor that I have right now, it's 200 hertz. You know, in order to get where it will be worth your time, you have to plug it up. I believe the display port, because the HDMI only gives you 60 hertz. It might be different. I have not gamed on this and clocked it, so I might find something. What's going on, Nelly? It's good. Kiss, what does it say? Chrissy MF. But yeah, I'm well and prepared for all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? The streams that I run on Twitch or whatever won't be in 30 frames per second. They'll be in 60 at least. You know what I'm saying? But everything in front of me will be at the highest frame rate possible. So. You say you're going to build you a nice gaming PC? Well, for me, I'm not going to game on a PC or anything like that. I'm definitely going to be PS5 gang. I thought about getting the Xbox Series X just for the sake of it, despite, you know, how non-gamey it is right now. And thought about getting a Switch, you know, getting a Switch because, you know, I do love Mario Brother games. You know, I grew up as a NES kid or a Nintendo kid. So, you know, why not as an adult? The Bomberman games used to have a great soundtrack. Not talking about the SNES. Oh yeah, you're talking about the ones on the N64 and they were jungle. Yeah, they did. And we already talked about that. Yeah, if you have a 200 hertz monitor, all you need is a PS5 and you'll for sure get 120 frames per second. You don't need a special HDMI or anything like that. Well, we'll see. We'll see momentarily. And then, you know, I know about the performance modes and switching all that stuff. When I did game on my laptop, you know, I used to just drop the graphical fidelity in, you know, for the frame rate. And yeah, I've definitely ran some 120 frame per second games. And then I'm not too familiar with my panel, but I know it's a little bit more friendly for higher frame rates on my laptop, the one that comes with the laptop or whatnot. All right, then, Gangs Will Remade. I appreciate you for pulling the fudge up. Yeah, no doubt. Godfather said he was going to get, he was getting the Switch. I was terrified about to get that ass beat. Ha! Yeah, I always want to do that. What's going on, Rob Ultra? What's good? You made me buy a Lenovo Legion with 64 gigabytes of memory and a 6 gigabyte hard drive. Whoa. A 6 gigabyte hard drive, my brother? I hope not. I hope you mean 6 terabytes. Shit, you wouldn't get much done with a 6 gigabyte hard drive in 2024. Not alone 2020. The fuck? You make like 3 beats. Check an email and that shit will fucking crash. Run that shit, baby. Come on. Hell no. What's going on, Mark Lamar? Just stopped by to show love. That dramatic impact of my desire. That drama impacted my desire on YouTube just when I finally tried. I'll be back soon. Back to the kids' homework. Yeah, do that daddy thing, brother. Yeah, I mean, look, to be a content creator on here, you better be ready for a lot of shit. I think what transpired from last year up to now just made me a little bit more mature, and it made me realize that I cannot be in the comment section. And if I am in the comment section, then I only reply to people that really give a shit. I'm not going to be in no damn Facebook forums, because a lot of people are in Facebook forums just to be miserable. It is what it is. You know, I'm just not going to partake in none of that shit. A lot of people, what they don't realize is that not everybody has their greatest intentions. We live in a time period where people will have, they will be fans of certain celebrities or celebrities, and yet they'll have the most negative things to say about them just because they didn't say hi to them. You talk about one person versus X amount of people. I'm not putting myself on a pedestal with any celebrity or anything like that.
I'm broke.
Just stopped by to show love. That drama impacted my desire to YouTube just when I finally tried. But I'll be back on soon. Back to kids' homework. Folded hands, medium dark skin tone.
Medium dark skin tone is crazy. Yeah, this is about having tough skin, bro. I'm telling you, I was telling you for real. You got to have tough skin. If you don't have tough skin, then you're going to be very vengeful of the process. It's just, it comes with the territory. Like, I see people, for example, so Prince of Persia has some really tough puzzles in it. Like, I'm like, bro, this is crazy. And some puzzles, you need to solve them to get further in the game. So when you're dealing with that, you look at it like, fuck. I got to do it properly. You be like, fuck. Why was I making this point? Oh, so damn, that age though. These gray hairs are real. So I looked it up online. This dude did a whole tutorial on how to solve the puzzle. And the comment section was super toxic. Like, oh my God, he's showing off. Why is Ubisoft making these puzzles so super difficult? Oh, I freaking hate this game. Oh, this content creator think he was really showing us something. Oh, I still didn't get it right. And I still didn't get it right was not so bad. I've seen that. Some people just don't learn that way, or they just, they get frustrated. Sometimes you got to calm down and do it. It took me some more tries after the fact, but I didn't rage in the comment section and say, "Oh, this guy thinks he hot stuff." I said thank you and was out, because you know how many times I've seen thank you in the comment section after reading people that have something negative to say, and I look at the negative comments and I'm like, no, I'll ignore it. Or a lot of you guys are very positive, and then I'll see maybe one or two negative things, but I'll just ignore it. Because some people, they like baiting. Because the very moment that, again, if you're a content creator and you become established in some shape or form, you got haters. Let's just say that. Let's just get that as a scenario. People will paint you as the bad guy, and it's easier for them to paint you as the bad guy because you responded. Even though their first comment was out of this world. And they'll swear up and down like, oh, you're sensitive and all that. I'm like, nigga, how about your ass let me go to your channel and leave some hateful shit on your damn comment section or whatever. I don't consider everything hate comments or anything like that, but dude, there's a line. You feel me? You know what I mean? But you learn fast when the shoe is on the other foot. You feel me? But most people don't. They don't see that part of it until it happens to them. Yeah. But yeah, you gotta have tough ass skin, bro. You gotta have tough skin for the internet. Some people, you gotta understand, like, a lot of people love attention, no matter if it's positive or negative. So some people they make a career out of this thing. And there's people that lie every day on social media. Lie, clickbait. And they don't care about the comment section because they look at ad revenue and the clicks and all this other shit. Right. So, ad suggestions based on Mike's spine is crazy. What are you talking about? I see Yoshi Island soundtrack was good. I did not like Yoshi Island because of the freaking when Mario got knocked off and he was crying and shit like that was always annoying to me. So I never really got into Yoshi's Island, but it always looked like a great game. God bless anybody who can get through that. If MPC Stems is delayed and no info on the MPC software 3.0 or native Apple Silicon support, I don't know. I may have to let go of my MPC XSC. Thank you for the sub. So, look, like, first of all, they have native Apple Silicon. They've already implemented that back in like 2020. I stayed on Big Sur for a hot minute. Ventura definitely has native support. So that is a thing. If you're on Ventura, I know we're on a new MacBook OS right now, and that's the one that I'm on. And yes, right now, that is in shambles. You know, and that's kind of sucks when you buy Apple product anyways. It's like dude, if you buy the latest and greatest Apple product, you will have to deal with some of the bullshit that comes with being a musician. And that's not just Akai, it's just universal. And then not to mention that the MPC Stems will be available for standalone too. So that's one of the things that most people are missing. And I've seen that in the misinformation. So, but trust me, dude, I much rather wait and let it happen. I'm a big standalone guy anyways. I'm not into the MPC software, but I will put up with that for messing with the stems. Yeah, absolutely. In its full potential. Yoshi Island soundtrack was dope. The Game Boy Advance was messed up. I never played it for the Game Boy Advance. But the Game Boy Advance is my favorite Game Boy though. They got too many bangers on that joint.
I'm broke, nigga, I'm broke!
As long as you keep Florida Studio out of your mouth, I like you. Florida Studio is the best. Hello.
Oh, big shout out to CMP, baby. You know what? I'm pretty sure you got that off of that. But yeah, I'll keep Florida Studio out of my mouth. FL Studio is always gonna be in my mouth though. Thank you for the dono. Crisco said, "Sell it to me." Yeah, it's a full commitment. Look. When it comes, I don't want to be an apologist for Akai. I don't. I think there's a lot of things that they know, and I know that they know, needs fixing. Granted, you know, given the landscape of if you're gonna deal with Apple stuff, then you better know the golden rule is never to update until it's, you know what I'm saying, until it's ready. You feel me? Because otherwise you're gonna be knocking out cameras. Cameras ain't gonna be working. All kinds of shit ain't gonna be working for a minute. Because these companies, the software companies, they take their time unless they are first party with Apple. So logic will always be logicking on the Apple Silicon and the OS, on Mac OS, period. But everything else though, like your plugins and all this other shit, Lord, I pray for you if you ever update. And look, I'm in the same boat as you, JT, for sure. Trust me. But I thank God every single day. Look, I will stand alone, all that shit. I don't need none of that. You still on Ventura? Yeah, that's the OS I wish I would have downloaded. That's for sure. That Ventura is probably the best one to be on right now because it's been out for a minute. I'm on that, whatever that shit is, Soma, whatever, what the fuck. I'm pissed. I'm very pissed because I could be doing a whole bunch of MPC STEM videos right now, and I'll be happy as hell. But I still would tell y'all the same thing. You know, I still would say, hey, it's delayed. This is the haps. You know, I always try to disclose shit because I don't want, you know, people to be mad at me and stuff like that. Pass you the blunt. All right. Blue screen of death had me running back to the MacBook Pro, bro. Yeah. Lowe's ad for a utility sink. What? What the hell? Have I been to any other movies after Car Wash? Yeah, are you talking about the only car washing movie I've ever seen in the movie theater was the one with Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, and that was The Wash. That's it. And that's it, bro. uh, I really don't like the MPC software, but I got a lot of stuff hooked up to the desktop interface and Patch Bay. The MPC software is like I'm like 80-20 on it. There are things that I realized that the MPC software is just not gonna do as of yet. You know, who knows what the future holds. But at the same time, I also understand some of the people that are affirmated with the software. Like they don't want certain things to change because they are used to a groove box type DAW. And they don't care for a linear timeline and all these other things. But there's I guess a big enough or a loud enough group of people that will make Akai consider going that route. I guess I could put it that way. You know, making any beats tonight. I guess. You know, y'all about to hear the worst beat ever. Is my damn shit even up? Yeah, my shit's up. But yeah, man, like on some real shit. And this is where, you know, and I'm gonna tell you the main reason why. Hold on. And the main reason why I don't necessarily cook up heavily when I do live streams is because I think this is more engaging sometimes. It was during 2020, it was cool to have, you know, these MPC streams and stuff like that because there wasn't much information out there. But as time goes past, you know, I got some good contemporaries that I've been seeing out here. They're putting out tutorials and stuff like that, and they're doing a great job. And so, you know, my role has kind of changed in that. RX 1200 is crazy. I like that software and all that, but I appreciate you, Joey. But yeah, you know, I can always get down. I'm not that rusty. I have been playing with, like, one thing about me. That's why I like about my MPC. You know, I can only speak for myself. But the main thing that I like about the MPC in general is that I've always had a love for it. And that's why I can always just like make beats, whether it be online, offline, or whatever the case may be. And that's where I stand on that. And I'll probably be there. I'll stand on business with that until the grave, or until something bad happens. And I don't think that's going to happen under the current leadership of Akai. You would find, one thing I could say about the brother Andy Mack and the many other people over there, they have a burning passion to make things right and to make things good and to always top what the competition does. You know what I'm saying? There are people in here right now, I'm not going to say, but they're in here that are big parts of what you guys see. And when something bad happens, dude, they're on top of it. Trust me. And you can't ask for anything more. You know what I'm saying? Like, those brothers over there, those brothers over there really put in some work. For real. Is everything perfect? No. Could it use improvement? Yes. Are they aware of that? Absolutely. Are there things that they are considering in the future? Yes. Yeah. Yes, Andy Mack is a very good musician, very talented. And that's the first thing that everybody should be happy about, because there's people that represent companies. I'm not going to go in there. I'm not going to go there. But, you know, it's always good. And when you have an effective history, you understand why it is that, you know, what people want, and you keep your ear glued and you see both positive and negative, and you don't look at it in a certain limelight like, oh, fuck them. Bruh, you got a group of people that, bruh, I kid you not. Not everybody's going to agree with everything. Granted. MPC software's ability to run VST3s, then I'll be happy with Ozone 11 plugins that will be used for sure. Definitely one of the things that I believe needs to change in the MPC software. VST3 support should work, not work with like control key. What's that? NI control or whatever, or you know, something like a Blue Cat something, that plugin or whatever that pulls up that VST wrapper or whatever plugin. It should work natively. I 100% agree. Something that I've always argued about. Trust me. So, I said I knew nothing about MPCs. After I watched all the tutorials a few 10 times, I say you will be making good beats and songs within 2 weeks and 2 months, depending on your day jobs. Well, yeah, everybody's still in here talking about the late. I talked about it. I'll have short-term content on that. Trust me, that guys. I've been coming with a content strategy that, you know, it's going to be more feasible, and I won't be wasting live streams. You know, I've been observing like the space as it is or whatever. Let's see. I gotta see the loudness of the. All right. I think it's this one I always rock with. It depends. I need to install my Boom Bap Essentials on here. My hard drive is like really limited right now, so I'm in kind of avoiding installing shit. That's kind of been one of the biggest issues that I've been dealing with, you know. A lot of things have changed in my life, so, you know, I'm trying to figure things out, you know, to the best of my ability and make those comfortable. Boop, boop. All right, so let's see here. Oh, no, those are stems. Hell no. I haven't been in this pack in a minute. Compositions, cool. So I know, right? I'm still here with y'all guys. I'm still looking at the chat, by the way. All right. Is it Logi? No. There we go. I got this curved monitor and shit like that, and oh damn, I was just feeling the vibes. If y'all want to check out some of the samples that we have over here, you can check them out at 16 levels. I'll go ahead and pull it up. Right now I'm looking at some of the stuff produced by Ty, so the link will be in the description box. You know, so if you want to check out some stuff, we got bundle deals and stuff like that. I recommend that you check out Ty shit. Ty shit is amazing. You know, right now you can get it for $67.77 because it exceeds the get to $10 off and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of people in the community. You know, some familiar names: Marlo Diggs. You know, me, and a couple of other people. What kind of headphones do I have on? I have the Bayer Dynamic DT770s. They just got remodeled, so if you're interested in that, you can always check that out. These are the 80 ohms, not the ones that are the 80 ohm headphones are actually in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? You don't need that much preamp. The lower in ohms that you go, the higher in volume it'll be. So if you didn't know that, if you get like something that's 100 plus 200 ohms, that means you will need a preamp, you know, a headphone pre. I kind of like that one. Yeah, I'm a headphone connoisseur. I have a lot of headphones. All right, let's go ahead in here. Let's grab a sample. Hold on for a second, guys. I'll be right back. Your boy got to take a whiz. Mic check. Yeah, I couldn't, bruh. I was over here doing the PP dance, bro. You know how that be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so one of the things hold on, let me play the end of this shit. Cause he do be having them samples that end with all that extra shit at the end. He makes his samples in FL Studio too. That's the downbeat right there, so right around here. And alright. Alright. And you know, you gotta do all that extra. Cause if you don't do it right. Yeah. Alright. So that's cool. Everything is fine. Process, discard. Damn. Where the chat ninjas go? I do like the Audio Technicas. I like the Audio Technicas. I've mixed a lot of songs with the Audio Technicas. Those are the ones that I usually carry around with me when I carry like my purpose of my MacBook Air M1 is because it's the most portable and it's pretty powerful. It's about on the same level as my office laptop. So, you know, that coupled with an Apollo, you know what I'm saying, universal audio interface, bro, you know. But I did like the Audio Technicas, but the Beyerdynamic DT7070s, I'm used to them too as well, but I do like my mixes on them. And then my other headphones that I like and I would recommend to anybody that you want a mixture of both like wireless headphones and like good headphones would be the III TMA 2 Plus. And then, you know, I got the II Unit 4 studio monitors that are wireless too. Yet to talk about them. But yeah. No, I'm not gonna chop it yet. Well, what I am gonna do is the usual. Soon you will see, once you know the stems come out, you will get to see the stem separation, you know, in standalone, and that is the day where your boy will wear the absolute. Well, I mean, I'm already wearing the hell out of my damn MPC now, but that day, whew, is over. It is over. Ladies and gents, over. Straight up. Yeah, I think I'm gonna slow it down to BPM too. Come on, bruh. But I'm gonna wear the absolute dog out of my damn MPC. I kid you not, bruh. You know, I want to get back on my Beats by J Black vibes, my shitty finger drumming, and yeah. I missed that Ab Mcree. That Ab Mcree was on another one. He was on another one. Ooh, F sharp minor. Okay, then. Yeah, I mean, that's gonna be something special. If I can only get that shit to fucking work right now, that'd be crazy. I mean, I'll deal with the, like, you know, the MPC software for that. Original tempo. Original tempo is 117. Do it. And I want it to be 105. Yeah. That's the worst. Cheap fake leather. It's funny. Said, where's that Beast by J Black sample pack? I don't know if he has one. He can always holler at me. Me and Beast by J Black, we was talking about, he ended up doing it himself, and I think I'm just going to give him his due diligence and review his, he has a finger drumming course. And, you know, if you know Beats by J Black, you know he puts in a lot of work in his stuff. You know what I mean? He's my true inspiration of a modern day celebrity. Bruh, he's absolute phenomenal genius. It feels good to talk about people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I look at, there's people in this space where I just look at them like, wow, you know, you really got this figured out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like struggling every day. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Sometimes, you know, go ahead and reverse that. Let's see here. What's going on, Leon? Appreciate it. I got more videos coming. Cause I still haven't reacted to the Alpha Theta Omnis, whatever it is. I saw that Cleveland Terry had did a comparison video or whatnot, but I don't even need that. Bag of Lux, what he's saying, looking for affordable headphones that are good for mixing and light. Do they exist? Yeah, they exist. Sennheiser has the HD Pros. I forgot what it's called, like the number. I think it's 60. But those HD Pros were very good. I had a pair of those, and I'm mad because I left them over someone's house, and they turned them things into absolute garbage because they have no appreciation of gear. So, different artists coming over, dropping them, you name it. It's just, I was pissed. But, get this pop out of there. I think we got, I guess there's a little bit of a pop right here. Well, let's see what that will sound like if it was reversed. Still a little bit of a pop right there. All right. Convert. And we're good to go. Yeah. I might, as far as headphones go, there is a headphone, like, I think they reached out to me, but I was just like, I don't feel like doing a video on this, and then I'm saying how great these expensive headphones are, and then people just think I'm just like shilling for the company or whatever, but you know what? Fuck it. You know, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna knock my blessing because people, you know, have this thing now, but there's a company, I'm not gonna say their name yet, but they reached out to me, and they have really expensive headphones. I've heard them already. The quality is very good. I just think that the price point for them being close to like $2,000 is a lot. You know what I'm saying? A lot. Holy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, I would not buy these because I don't have the money. You know what I'm saying? They sound good though. Yeah. I was looking at him side eyes like, bruh, you really? Yeah. Something like that. And that will have to be, oop, I didn't mean to do that. And that would have to be, yeah, it would have to be 8 bars. Damn. Maybe, yeah. Well, I'm thinking logically. All right. Whoop. Fucked up. 2, 3, 4. I can't. It's like I can't hear it, but I can hear it. 3, 4. Oh, damn. You know what? I'm not going to even beat myself in the head. I'll just erase that. And let's see. Oop, wrong count. I don't know why I did that, as if. All right. Oop. You can tell I ain't been on here in a while. All right, let's find it. And program this so I can get the bass. Oh, the music's back? All right. I don't know what the fuck just happened. Something fell. Oh! I was wondering, like, what the fuck happened? The beanbag. All right. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I don't see what fell. All right. Might be natural. No. I might be a harmonic minor. What I'm looking for. No? Weird. See, this is why I like the, you know, having keys, because I would just play it in there. Sometimes it fits, sometimes it doesn't. No. See, like it's missing. All right, so I guess I gotta go from right there. One, two, three, four. One more time. One more time. Ding. I fucked that up. And let's go ahead and add an effect. Distortion. y'all can hear this shit. I guess I had to go right here, add an octave up, 0, and F sharp. Bass, and then I guess I add a melody right here. So let's hit that plus sign, goddamn. I need to fuck with what's his face a little bit more, but let's go ahead and do that. And of course I fucked that up because I'm raggedy. I don't like that. What's going on, Cohen? Yeah. No, I use a bean bag to bounce this so it doesn't shake as much, and I have it on my camera too, so it doesn't shake as much. I mean, the logical thing, that's why I kind of like making videos in the living room, but hey, this is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Let's see if I can actually fit just like a smooth chord in here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna change from this to Jura. It's gonna be a stream reach. I'm not gonna do any ARPs. Let's see. I'm gonna go pad soft. I have not explored this in a while. Yeah, I don't think it's an F sharp minor, but whatever. Yeah. I had to fix one part there, I hear it. As a matter of fact, here's a little cheat code right here if you're playing melodies or whatnot. So what I'm gonna do in this instance here, since I don't know what the fuck is going on, I'll just go to a B. And see, now I can go into progression, and this is something. And now I can actually play stuff in there that will be on par. So it's not an F sharp minor. The dominant chord is the B minor. You know what I'm saying? In this case, I'm using the B minor ninth, so I might not. And you know, if you always go back, and so it'd be like B minor, probably like a D minor, it might something like that. So to a G. So let's go ahead and record that in there. Let's go ahead and record that in there. 4. Or even I think I like that B minor knife. There we go. And I'll just explore sounds from there. What's going on, Shades of the Beat? What's good? What's good? Squeeze beanie bags? What, you squeeze beanie bags for stress? Is that what you're saying? No, I might use that sound, Heath. I'm just gonna hear this out real quick. I think I like that. And I'll put chords. And I guess I'll turn this chords down. Naming stuff now. And let's take care of the sample, because the sample has a whole lot going on with it, and that will help the clarification of all the other shit in this beat. I do like some of the elements, but not all of it. What this flex beat gonna do, you feel me? Said a lot, it's a little out of key in the high sound. Probably because of things like, he likes to key shift, like a little bit of the phi tone, so it's not gonna be 100%. You know what I'm saying? And then if you use like lo-fi too, when you're like making samples and stuff like that, you gotta understand that like it will dip in frequency, it will take things out of frequency. It's kind of like when you are distorting something, it will like if you do some type of distortion, you know, name one, whether it be asymmetrical or whatever, it will kind of take something, if you have something in the key of C, it will kind of make it drift a little bit to like a B or something like that, or whatever, C sharp or something like that. when you have like a one shot. But let's see. What was it? Flex beat. Does it not work on here? Wow. Wait a minute. No way. Oh, really? So it must be dedicated to something. Quantized. It's funny. Where's halftime at? All right, half speed, my bad. I might add that in there. Maybe, I don't know. Night. All right, let's get with the bass again. And let's correct that because that's not correct in the bass. Grid. Where are you? You'll see it. It's a double because of my ass is rushing. You see it right here? Move that over. Nudge it on over. There we go. Now that's actually in the frequency, so no doubt, appreciate that. Thank you for the sub, appreciate that. Post Production, when will you have another beat review stream? I'm gonna do my the beat review stream this coming Sunday. You know what I'm saying? I do it either this coming Sunday. Valentine's Day doesn't hit until it's on a Wednesday, so we ain't gotta worry about that. So yeah, that man said the part. No doubt. That's how I express myself when I'm talking about my music too. Da-da-da. Da-da. But yeah, don't worry. I do apologize. I fucked around and got a little behind on things, and you know, I've just been dealing with some stress, and we're dealing with the stress of doing content and just kind of, you know, being depressed. I just say, you know what? You can't just stay in this pocket of being depressed about life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting back to it, guys. I'm just getting back to my regular life, guys. For real. Let me explore this sound within So I do apologize, guys. You know, I'm feeling behind a lot of things. You know, God don't like ugly, so well, why is it doing that? It seems like it's something weird is going on. Am I tripping? Oh, I see. Is that because of, let me see. It is. So there's like a little bit of a tail at the end of the Flex Beat plugin or that particular preset. I'll figure that out. I'll leave it out for now. But let's go ahead and finish the job. You feel me? Cause why not? I don't know what's up with this R&B shit, but I guess that's my feelings right now, and I'm in it. 64 bars. Would that do? Yeah, I'll rock with that. Yeah, I can. Uh-oh. Huh? Why did it record like that? That's weird. Wow. I've never seen that before. But then again, I'm running a beta on it. Look, this damn MPC Live 2 will be staying far away from any of this beta shit from now on, because I am not going to deal with that. Let's see here. Erase all automations. Boom. All right. Okay. All right. Because that should not have happened. And you are still doing a damn thing. You're doing what I told you not to do. All. Okay. All right, now, oop, let's go ahead and get in here. What? Huh? So you're what? Now that is new. Why? What? Oh, I guess I had to do it to all of them. Should be, okay, whatever. Don't care. Just erase it. I might be tripping. Or I could have just did undo, but whatever. I continue to do stuff the long and hard way, even when I'm not supposed to. Oh, no, don't do that. Don't erase the source shit. All right, erase all. I had to do this shit again, and I like that arrangement too, and I'm pissed at myself. Now, if I press play, I'm an idiot. What? Nope. Let me undo everything. Clearly, I'm slow. All right. All right, let's mute everything and see. Okay, so there's one more. There is something functionally wrong about this. Whatever. What I'll do is I just copy over sequence 2, and we keep it full beat. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Holy! Undo. Undo again. Undo again. That is really weird. Yeah, it's still something. No. Okay, so that works perfectly. That is crazy. Mcree is what they call me. Full beat. There. Why? When I had to rip this shit down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, nope. And I did that wrong again. Whoops. See main. Okay. There. Now. Get back into the regular mutes. Oh yeah. I know, Rand. Yeah, I know I messed that up. DOGG. When you gonna do something else on the ASR X Pro? Oh, I pretty much updated it to the latest and greatest firmware update that was available, but I just ain't had no oh, thank you, CJ, by the way. I just haven't been up to snuff with it as of lately. I have all the, you know, I think the last time I did a video with it, I had the 64 megabytes. So we have longer time. So I just didn't update the OS. I got that disc somewhere. Hopefully I didn't throw it away. If I threw it away, I'm an idiot. Because that was hard to find on eBay and I had to pay a pretty penny. All right. I don't know. That's just weird. Damn it. I don't know what's going on. That has not been a thing in a while. Oh. Huh. I want to see if it's, why is it doing that though? Yeah, it's overriding that part. Whatever. Tiffany! What's going on? How you been, Tiff? Forgot the Sonics past the Chronic. Ayy. Yeah, it be like that. It be like that. Thank you for the dono. Hopefully my camera is not fucked up. If it is, we'll figure it out. The answer at Jake Grizzla is yes. Not the actual drums, but the sample. It comes from produced by Ty. I'll have that up in a second. But right now I'm fixing my camera. All right, now that we have that established. But we've been.
I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke.
Thank you for the dono, by the way. Dono. Super chat. My bad. Let's see. We've been streaming for 3 hours. It is 11:33. What is going on, DJ Random Spoon? What's going on? So I'll just put it in the chat, and then I'll just put it in the. It is this right here. I believe it's Unknown 3 too. The specified version of this. Matter of fact, let me pull up 16 levels one more time. We got one more thing to do. All right, there we go. Oh, okay, there you go. So the pack that we're using, Unknown. Let's type in Unknown. Boom. Right here in 16 levels. I believe it's Unknown Sounds 3 sample pack. Yeah. That's where, and I never got to do that. Just in case you need to know, if you do shop at 16 levels and this doesn't play, if this doesn't play, you just have to refresh. But yeah, we have a nice little deal going on over here. Like, you can get a whole bunch of damn samples from Ty for that price alone. Let's see here. Where do I? It's a damn shame. And I'll just put it in the chat, which specified copy link, asshole. Oh, my pleasure. The drums are from this right here. I gotta type it into the Kai Professional. You know, I use my MPC expansions to the highest degree, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. I very seldomly put a pack together or a drum program together unless I really have I need it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's and since I am using this person, A-Rap Music, come on. It wouldn't load so long if they downgrade the quality of the pictures and stuff like that. You should have like 600. It should be like 600 kilobytes per. But where is it at? But I'm using Late Night Trap and R&B vocals. Oh, that's a new one? I know you just dropped that. There it goes. I'm using A-Rap Music Volume 2 for the drums. You know, the drums ain't nothing spectacular, but it's, for me, it's about when you get an MPC expansion, depending, you know, there are some original drums, mind you, but it's about how it's put together. For me, you know, A-Rap, since he's a finger drummer, always knows how to organize his shit for performances. So, you know, it's about that kind of a value when it comes to MPC expansions for me. But at the same time, though, I can always appreciate when something is original when it comes to MPC expansions. You know, like Boom Bap Essentials. You know, Marco Polo. Big shout out to him, by the way. He's a good guy. You know, he always comes with it. I have yet to play with his joint. I got a Classic House as well. Big shout out to F9. I need to talk to him more. I've been an asshole. Tape Series, this is one of my favorites. I have this, but I haven't played with it enough to really get familiar with it. But it's pretty good though. Pad Thai 3, these are all like my favorite type drums. Neo Soul Quest, definitely. Black Sun Empire, I haven't dove in as heavy as I should. But these guys are extremely dope at if you want drum and bass shit. But I use this for like all my trap, and I guess if you want to talk about like Detroit style kind of vibes or whatever, he has a lot of that in there covered. And you know, I've used it for trap soul too. Glitter Ball, that's one of my favorites too. I wouldn't sleep on that. Damn, it's $39 now. I paid more than that. Neo Sunset is definitely one of the greatest ones. You want kind of like that Jay Dilla vibe. Funkorama, if you want old school kind of like 70s kind of style funk, disco and all that, you know, or that Ralph Tresvant style of, you know, Computer Lab, that shit, you know, that's one of my favorites right here. So if you want that, you know, West Coast, 90s West Coast kind of drums, these are probably, it's weird, but it kind of correlates and gets into that vibe in that pocket too. Babe by Divided Souls, I never knew that. Soul Provider 3, cool. Gold Dust, I have it, but I haven't used it. And I heard, like, someone told me that the drums are different on that son bitch. Bryson Tiller type beat, yeah, I know. I made a pack for Bryson Tiller, but my homeboy, a good friend of mine that I'm pretty sure he is pissed at me right now because I don't talk to him as often. Trust me, there's a lot of cats out here that want me to win on some real shit. Like, I don't even want to mention names, bro. But I've talked to some people, like, I'm like, bruh, like, you watch my channel, and, you know, it's kind of a blessing. But they was like, man, we want you to win, bro. You ain't gonna be out here just doing tutorials and shit like that. We really want you to win. And I was like, that's what's up. Pad Thai 2. I mean, anything Marco Polo, you're not gonna go wrong with. I don't have this one. I bought this one, but it does not work in the MPC for some reason. It's standalone. It's weird. I don't know why. I need to hit up Akai and let him know that, because I'm pretty sure other people bought it and been pissed. Boom Back, I'm not a fan. No disrespect to Raw Cuts, but you know, there's a certain kind of boom bap I like. My drums need to be snappy. I don't like very muffled drums. You know what I'm saying? Or weird. I don't know. Dark. Parallax, I don't know anything. Oh, it's Snipe. This is Snipe Young's first pack. And Snipe Young, let me see. I know I probably passed one of his joints. Snipe Young. Yeah, like Pure Platinum, crazy. I never got into the dark. He has another one too, where it's just freaking like keyboard sounds and shit. Like he made them. Let's see. Definitive 90s R&B, very good. I have this one. Ski Beast is the homie or whatnot. God bless him. I've used it a few times. Dynamic Soul, I really couldn't get into that, but it's not bad. F9, I used to use this all of the damn time, guys. Where the G-Funk at? The G-Funk shit is definitely Funkorama. You definitely want to, if you are on that type of vibe, bro, you need that pack. I definitely need to get into that bag some more. West Coast music is definitely my all. Like, I like some East Coast dirty New York shit, East Coast shit, but West Coast shit, bruh. I remember, and I was in 5th grade when NWA came out. Yeah, I'm old. I'm that kind of old. And, you know, at that time, Dr. Dre wasn't the Dr. Dre that we know, as in like the Chronic. But I remember a friend of mine, because I could not, my parents were very strict about what I listened to. And you know, he was a big fan of Rick Rubin, by the way. So that explains kind of the vibe for that album, Straight Outta Compton. And the Shockley brothers were big too at that time. For those who don't know about the Shockley brothers, Bomb Squad, that produced for Public Enemy, and I'm a huge Public Enemy fan. But when it got to the Chronic, when I was in middle school and the Chronic, not the Chronic, but Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style, I got this on vinyl too, because I love that album. It's like one of my top 3 albums of all time, Doggy Style. Mind you, Snoop ain't had many great albums after that. I mean, I like the joint he did with The Last Meal with No Limit, you know? And I like the joint that he did with the Neptunes. But those are the ones that, you know, but not like Doggy Style. Labyrinth is a good one. Labyrinth is real good. What else is really good? I don't have this one right here by A-Rab. I'm pretty sure that I think A-Rab wanted me to do New Jack, Throwback. No, that's a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying? Like, Teddy Riley helped compile this sumbitch. You feel me? Like, that is 100% a buy. And I bought it for like 50 something bucks. I didn't care. I was like, yo, I gotta have it. What else, man? I know I go way back on this MPC shit. As far as like old ones I want to get, this is one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was saying the Ill Son. I was saying that I forgot what was the name of that album, the one he did with Pharrell and Chad, with the Neptunes. That definitely was one of his best. I think if I wanted to keep it 100, I probably think that's his best album. The one where he had Beautiful and Drop It Like It's Hot, and he had a whole Let's Get Blowed. It was like, at that time I wasn't, man, that was my first apartment with my close friend when that album had came out. We went to North Carolina and they was playing the dog shit out of that. R&G, yeah. Really good album. You know, that was when the Neptunes was just like, they couldn't touch anything. But I definitely want to get this Tim Kelly joint. And, you know, big shout out to Tim Kelly, man. Real dude. Real ass dude. Tim Kelly, for those who don't know, he produced, like Tim and Bob, they produced for, damn, what's old boy name? They had the Ridiculous Vibes. I can't think of his name. He was signed to DTP. He was an R&B artist. Bobby Valentino. There we go. And that sound that they were kicking at that time was insane. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and kill the beat. I want to hear it, the expansion itself. It's good, but that shit is crazy. I think it's pretty good. I think the demo. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm looking for. I like that combination of the snare with the real, that 808. Yeah, it got a little bit of the Usher shit up in there. Standalone challenge, Tim Kelly. I never knew he had a standalone challenge. I just remember when the when the MPC was heating up, when they finally had dropped it. Oh, they got OPX4 expansion. Oh, that's crazy. 200 patches. I never knew that. So let's go ahead and check that out. Oh yeah, Urban Echo. You can't sleep on this right here. What would you put this as a prompt in output pack generator? you funny. I never edited that video too. That live stream that we did, that was hilarious. I think that would be a good video just for, you know, just a chill video. Some videos don't necessarily need to be, you know, so elaborate and get a lot of views and stuff like that. Sometimes I like the kind of chill videos. You know, I can hold L's, you know, even if the algorithm punishes you heavy when you don't. Oh yeah, Jet Set, Broken Hearts, Trap Soul. If you're into Trap Soul, yeah, I love that. I don't know why I don't dig in there and use a lot of those sounds as much anymore. I used a lot of that. Drums That Knock is cool. Like decaps, this used to come in clutch. I used to use this a whole bunch. You know what I'm saying? I think I have this. But I've never used it. I think. But yeah, my solid shit, definitely Marco Polo, definitely Snipe Young, and Snipe Young, Marco Polo, and then this right here from MXX Audio. I never tried that. What is Neptune anyway? Let's go ahead and hear that. Is this supposed to be like the Neptunes? I don't know. What the fuck? Well, I wasn't expecting that. No, thank you. How would you use these kits in Native Instruments Machine? You cannot. Thank you so much, Lee Johnson. But you can use Native Instruments Machine stuff in the MPC. I didn't get to cash out on the last sale that Native Instruments had because there are some machine expansions that I like. You know what I'm saying? Besides that, some of the people that make the machine expansions, they make stuff for Akai too. So it's like, I had to wait because Crates, the guys that did Crates, which he wants to stay anonymous or whatever, but the guy that did Crates for Native Instruments did Neo Sunset, and once I was like, well, I'll just use Neo Sunset, and it's not like the same drums or anything, but still. What is it? Can you get us up to date with the regards of what some of us have missed in the beginning? Well, I just talked about how the MPC stem separation software it is being delayed until March. Like the software version is being delayed to come out with the hardware version. They changed the date. People got upset. I was just talking about how you should just want to wait. I don't want to wait either. But there's a reason for that because they want to make sure that it works for everybody and not just like a specified group of people, especially on the MacBook. I mean, I'm pretty sure once the Windows version is established, you will definitely see me using that whenever that is or whatnot. And, I was just being forthcoming and tell you guys that I've been testing it, you know what I'm saying? And, one of the main reasons why they moved the date. So it's only one more month, you know what I'm saying? And then you get it on both the hardware and the software, which is amazing. That makes way more sense. The rumored Mini, I have no idea anything about the Mini at all. If anything, with all of the data that they have from people reacting or people buying up the Teenage Engineering KO2 and you got the Seek track, which for some reason a lot of people like it. I just think people like it because it's more like the OPZ and is just $100 cheaper. Yamaha's taking a crack at this and they giving you something, but they got enough data to make it work the way it work. The price point is probably what would be the thing. Like, will it cost $500? Will it cost $400? You know what I'm saying? If it's going to be a mini MPC live, like everybody say, I have an idea what it's going to look like. Just based off the history or whatever. I've already talked about it on this channel before, and more than likely, it will be smaller than MPC Live 2. Portable, then they have to They might do some things that are different. It won't be the exact same experience as the MPC Live X1, Key 61, and so forth. It will be a different experience. So it just depends. So it does take a lot of resources. And one thing I do know from working with different companies is when there's something that they're putting out, it takes a lot of resources. It takes a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to make sure that it's the right time, because everything is about divine timing and stuff like that. So, you know, it just things like that, you know, put in consideration. I've had a Key 37 for about 7 months now. Hopefully they do a sneak in one. I haven't been testing. What? Let me find out. What about the Key 37? We'll just find out. I'm waiting at the same way y'all waiting. We'll see what the Key 37 will offer. Like, I'm not hype about, see, my thing is about the MPC stuff right now. I don't too much care, and this is just my honest to God reaction. I don't care about a new MPC. I've been more than forthcoming to Akai and said what I had to say. I think that they should focus on, you know, tightening up the actual experience of the firmware, the software. I think that they should continue to provide tools for what we have. It will make more sense in the long haul. And then once it's time, pop out the new MPC. Like, pop out another MPC. You know what I'm saying? But right now, I don't, you know. But when we're talking about companies and stuff like that, they have to put out new shit. You feel me? They have to put out new shit. Otherwise, you know, people forget. Or, you know, people get tired, you know what I'm saying? Because there's different reasons. There's hobbyists. This is a hobbyist type thing. They're not really putting out stuff for, you know, and this is all companies, by the way. So I much rather they expand on an idea. I was so happy when they had the standalone plugins. I've heard people have their reserved opinions, rightfully so, for the price. I thought the price was outrageous when the MPC plugins came out. Around the same time as the MPC, what was the MPC Key 61 was one that got announced. And, you know, that makes sense, because if you're going to put out like a quote unquote workstation, you need sounds. So that was cool. I was shocked about that. The MPC stock plugins that were available then, even though they put out some free ones that were cool, like, you know, they moved HypeSynth to the MPCs and stuff like that from the Force, and HypeSynth did carry a lot of my production for a while. The other ones like TubeSynth were mid, you know, at best. The bass synth was okay. You know, I've learned some things from, you know, looking at some of the people that have been well invested in the MPC standalone for a minute. You know, so that was a good sprucing up. And once people, the biggest issue was just the price, in my opinion. Some people were saying the sounds aren't good. That's a cap. That's 100% cap. The sounds in Fabric XL alone are ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It's meant for, you know, a multitude of people. The OPX4, I have not explored that at all. And when I do explore it, it's not bad. Jura shocked everybody. I think that was like an answer, you know, to a lot of the criticism. The Mini D, amazing. Flavor Pro, very good. Flex Beat, I never thought that shit was gonna happen. I was like, bro, what is this? Is this gonna ever happen? Like, okay, we see Flex Beat, but it was the massive amount of people that were like, man, like, it'd be nice if we could do it on the MPC. Now we have that, you know. So I look forward to them doing more stuff for that. Stems for me will probably be the icing on the top. Like, that's the capstone, in my opinion, for what the technology should be like. You know what I mean? Because whomever would release whatever groove box in the future, they're setting a big standard amongst the groove box world. Like, hey, this groove box got a lot. You know what I mean? And that could be looked at as a good thing and a bad thing. But I want to see them continue to expand it and not give us, you know, another MPC that's going to be, all right, you feel me? All right, this next MPC, whatever, needs to be phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? The Key 37, that's cool because a lot of people requested that. You know, that's the thing. But this next MPC has to be the shit. You feel me? His man said koala stems. Well, the MPC stems, I hate to say it because, and I like koala, and I know I've had my little tit for tat with them, but dog, if you're already invested in the ecosystem, you just adding shit to what you got, and it's kind of annoying. And the stem quality in koala is okay. It's usable. Not the best. This is say that, you know, and that's not even people will see it as like me being a dick. The only issue, I know nothing of the Key 37. Juke 24. They can make the MPC standalone machine Bluetooth work with wireless headphones, please, instead of plugging a cord into the unit, or more vocal tracks and standalone and solid mixing like Reason 12. Well, I mean, as far as, like, I don't want to make a song on my MPC. I mean, you have a product, a Akai Force. I know a lot of people don't, you know, like the Akai Force, but the Akai Force has a lot. You know what I'm saying? It does practically everything. It has disc streaming. I do know, and I guess I could speak on, but the MPC was supposed to have disc streaming, but it just did not work. It didn't work out. So yeah, that won't be a tough call. You know what I'm saying? So do the stems work better than Serato's sample or the MPC? The stems in the MPC, from what I've seen, just because look, I barely ever, because, you know, I'm alpha tested that joint. And again, like I'm saying, like it works, but for me, it didn't work as good as it did for everybody else. So I'm like one of the people that didn't have the great experience. You know what I'm saying? I discovered something. I was like, uh-oh. You know what I'm saying? But it was in an early build, dude. Like, it was a really early build. And when you have early builds, you don't, of course, y'all guys wouldn't want that in its early state. So, you know, I'm just keeping it 100 on that. But, what was I saying? Oh, what was he, standalone? All right, so here's the thing. I don't know a lot of people if you know this or not. I think I was going to do a video on this so that people understand why you do not want your MPC or any other groove box or anything to use Bluetooth and output Bluetooth. So when you are making music, by the way, if you're making music on your MPC, there's extremely low latency, granted, right? So when you introduce Bluetooth and you're outputting Bluetooth to like a device, there is a slight delay that we don't notice when we're just listening to music casually. It becomes an initial problem when you are trying to make a beat and the snare that you're tapping on the pad has a millisecond delay or a couple of milliseconds delay. That's Bluetooth. Bluetooth has latency. So and it's gonna cost money, lots of money, and not cheap. What I recommend is you get a pair of these headphones right here. I'll just have them. I'll pull them up. So, as you know, the stems didn't sound bad. From what I tested, the stems didn't sound bad at all. Matter of fact, it's really good. Bolo has a video on it. That's why I refuse to tell people my ideas anymore, because and that's not like he couldn't have figured that one out. That was a common sense thing to do. But let me not move that out the way. What was I talking about? Fuck. TMA2. So the headphones that I recommend are these right here. If you want wireless headphones and you want headphones that bang, you know, and have good quality, then you're gonna have to pay $350, bruh. $350. You know what I'm saying? I could turn the volume back up. So that is the thing. These headphones are wireless and they come with like a little pack. You know what I'm saying? They come with a little pack. You plug it up in the back of your MPC and you can have very little latency when you are making beats with your headphones. They also, damn, what? Oh, I was about to say, I was like, that's Enrique's setup. Well, that's my dog too. Big shout out to Enrique. So, and they also have wireless speakers too that are meant for that. And they go hand in hand with every MPC, the Unit 4s. You can't see it, but I have my Unit 4s set up over here on this side. And those Unit 4s, they sound pretty good in a small room. They're not gonna be able to fill up like a 1,200 square foot room. I've already tested that. Not a good time. Not a good time trying to do that. But, you know, this is also a very good solution. And it's not cheap either. It's about $800 if I'm not mistaken. Boom, boom, boom. How much they cost? Yeah. So that's actually one of the things I was like, when I saw that Alpha Theta was pushing their new DJ controller, their standalone DJ controller, they had like Bluetooth out. And that was one of the things I was going to talk about. I was like, damn, boy, people are going to be pissed. And not to mention, I did not know it was $1,400. But yeah. So you got to understand these type of things. You know, it sounds like a good idea. And then you wonder why Kai hasn't done it or any other company hasn't done it. It's because they put in consideration that Bluetooth, there's a level of delay in Bluetooth that, you know, if you're listening, you're a casual listener, you want to listen to shit, then yeah. By all means, you can do that and listen and it won't be an issue. You feel me? So that is why you will not ever see an MPC that will output Bluetooth. Because the people that will complain, and in our community, you know how we do. We complain about shit. We complain about it, it's not there, and then we'll complain about it when it is there. And then you'll think it's their fault because they tried to do it. No, they've done the scientific research. And the latency is bad with Bluetooth. I'm just saying, bro. Like, you know how we are. We'll sit there and bitch about something, and then when it happens, then you'll be like, oh, well, they didn't do it right. It's like, no, nigga, you haven't done the scientific research. They have. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, until then, I'm just keeping it 100, man. What's a good beginning DJ controller? It's between the Numark effects or whatever. Hold on, let's go to Zounds. You know, I'm in closing right now. Numark Mix Track Pro, if they still sell it. It's cheap and it has a lot of things to offer. So this is a good beginning controller. I know, Pioneer, they have their shits. And they're good too. You know, this is Serato ready. You know, that right there was a shocker because the main reason why this is a great DJ controller, as you can see, it has kind of the professional lineup setup stuff. It has a long pitch bend wheel. It's not a mirrored, you know what I'm saying, where it has like this over here, you know, all these things. Pads were okay, you know, and then on top of that, these platters are, I hope this is the right one. It don't look like the right one. But the platter, it had like information on it. The one I bought. Where's the other ones? Yeah, that's the wrong one. Whoopsies. Oh, there it goes. Pro Effects. What? Where's the thingy? Oh my God, I'm just gonna type in Newmark mix track. You know, you got the one that I have, which is the Mcree Pro, which that's my favorite because, you know, I don't, you know, it's kind of like the MPC, so you don't need the computer. Is this the more expensive one? There it goes. So this one right here is like $300 or under $300, and then you get the information in the middle there, so it makes it, you know, these jog wheels are not like mobile or whatever you call that shit, or motorized, but you get pretty much the best of all worlds there, you know? So, and then I guess, I don't know what the alternative, I talked to Pioneer a while ago, and they, you know, I got some people over there, Pioneer, DJ Controller, I'm pretty sure it'll pop up. They usually pop up with the most popular ones or whatever. So, that's more expensive. So this is the under $300 version, and this one too, back in stock, the Flex 4. You know, so you got the Flex 4. You have this one right here. You know, this is more of the Pioneer setup. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you have the mid. Where is the pitch wheels? The pitch faders are, you know, kind of tiny, but you know, you can make way with that. You know, I'm not gonna be that guy that says this, you know, not gonna work for you. And where's this? The pitch wheels on here is, you know, pretty good. I had the SB something, Pioneer SB2. I did a giveaway for it. I had 2 of them, and then I ended up giving away the other one to a friend. SB2. I doubt that they carry this anymore. Nope, they don't. And that was the one that Jazzy Jeff was like co-signing and all that shit. So yeah. So that's in my opinion, those are the 2 that I would rock with. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a really dope thing to do. You feel me? But anyways, it is 12:08 out here. I am about to sign off. I greatly appreciate everybody for pulling up, man. All of y'all, we've been rocking all night. You know, MPC stuff and all this other shit. And I'm gonna actually cover some things in the following couple of days too. And yeah, so you know the vibes. I'm gonna get back on my spirits and shit like that. I'm gonna stop being such a depressed piece of shit, an asshole. But God bless y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for